live. Don't worry about it. Yeah, we're live now. Blame It on the Group Chat podcast, episode 5. So we are live on YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok. We're also live on Josh's personal account, at the Black Sheep, right?
Yeah, the
Black man.
the Black Sheep 305.
Iceberg Live.
Miami.
All right, so new topics this week. But before we get into it, Gabe brought. If you watched last week's episode, Gabe brought the sources that he wanted to cite for what he was talking about last week. So, Gabe, if you want to go over that.
Yeah, last episode we had we're talking about discussions on episode. We're not. That's something very similar. Conspiracy theories. I'll be next after I cite off the source from the last show. Now, last show we didn't have sources. We talked about it, certain stories or that took place, but I actually have the sources here, and I'm going to go. So the first one that we talked about, well, we talked about a lot. We talked about Bigfoot. We talked about the Skinwalker. We talked about sleep paralysis and so. So I have a few of the information here, and if you want, you can go out and go to. We're going to post links on this episode, and once we post the links, you can go ahead and click on it and start, watching it for yourself. And true or what isn't true. All right, so the next thing is going to be the first one is going to be special. This is a topic from. His name is Mr. Balin. He's actually a former U.S. Navy SEAL, and his topic is Special Forces attack by unidentified creatures. It has to do with the giant that basically attacked U.S. soldiers out, and I believe it was in Iraq. Now they sent out a Navy SEAL team. That particular group of men unresponsive. They just disappeared, and the government had to send to rescue that squad that got dispatched out. And the giant is called, if I'm saying it right, Kandiar Giant. I believe if I'm saying it right, and it's a documentary, and it's also a apparently based off of his information, it's stuff that was actually documented by the government back in 2002. Most likely a true story. This is what he claims. He is a former U.S. Navy. So that is that for that one. We talked about the giant. You remember the giant back in Iraq, the last episode. That's one of informed information. Next informed information is has to do with Skinwalker Ranch. Oh, it has to do with Skinwalker Ranch, which is the secret of Skinwalker Ranch. That's the title of this one. This is actually from the History Channel. So you can go on the History Channel. We're on YouTube, and there's a season 1. I believe it stops at 8 or 9. And the title is "The Secret of Skinwalker Ranch: Warding Off an Ancient Curse." And this has to come with a point of view of the Indians, of what they experienced at Skinwalker Ranch. Also, there was a home and acres. Many acres owned by I forgot. I didn't write down the person's name, but the person who did the documentary, who knows the person who the acres of land and home. His name is Robert Bigelow. So, and his title, that's his the YouTube channel is Mystery Wire, but it's Robert Bigelow, and his title is Robert Bigelow Skinwalker Ranch Mystery Wire Interview. I want to check that one out. So we'll put that in the description as well, that link. Next one is the Bigfoot War of 1855. Like we were talking about the Bigfoot sightings back in the 1800s. But there was actually a documented encounter, physical documented. And the person who led the small battalion to take out the Bigfoot that kidnapped children and women, his name is Joshua Liflord, I believe his name. Now, according to the Encyclopedia of Oklahoma History and Culture, they named a county based off of his death, and so that's pretty interesting. Well, they just don't go into details on how he died, which is documented. That, well, not documented, but passed on generation by generation, that he passed away during a fight with him and 30 men. And that is from the title is called The Bigfoot War of 1855, Forgotten History. The YouTube channel is Forgotten History in all caps. So location is eastern Oklahoma that took place. Very, very interesting. On to our new topic.
Yeah, perfect. Well, thanks for bringing that. Well, we'll try to have sources when we're actively talking about it. We're still figuring everything out, but that's good that you brought that in. So I wanted to add a quick story real quick, not to dwell too much on the topic of last podcast, but my mom listened to the episode, and she told me, she texted me one day, she's like, oh, you have to I went over my grandparents' house yesterday to eat, and like, oh, when you come over, you gotta ask Pawpaw, that's my grandpa, you gotta ask him about his Bigfoot story. He has a Bigfoot story. Oh, really? She's like, yeah, like he thinks he's seen him or something like it. Okay, so yesterday I was over there, and he was telling me, so he likes hunting, so he's like, he doesn't do so much anymore, but he's always hunt, and so he was in Florida. I don't quote me on the location, but he was in Florida somewhere. It might have actually been around here, but anyway, he's out somewhere, and they're hunting, and he says it's like at night. So they went out at night, and it's like dark as fuck. He says you can't see like your hand in front of your face. It's very dark. So he says he's out there, like a bunch of like stuff
By himself?
He was with somebody, but I think the other person was like not like directly with him. He was there though, and he said he saw these like glowing, big ass glowing, and that I think he said that like it took off, like started running, and then I think when they went back there, like when they were laid out, there was a massive path dug out, like if someone took a bulldozer. And then
like running through the bushes and
like where
everything,
like whatever it went through, it just trashed it. Like it just went, it left a huge track of what it was. And then he said he then like another night, same trip, saw something like that again. And I'm not going to give any more details because I don't remember. I should have freaking written it down. But basically, he said the area that he was in. Later on, when he went back, and now, if you go to that same area, now there's fences around it that says government property, that you can't go in there anymore. And he says you didn't really see what it was, but he says it had huge glowing eyes. And he says, because I asked him, I go, because there's really no bears in Florida. Like maybe in northern Florida you'll see, or central to northern, you could see a black bear, but he's like, it wasn't that. And I think he said that in the area, I think he said there was a guy there that he owned like a land with like cattle or something, and that one of his cattle was like fucking torn the fuck up, destroyed. Because I don't know, but like I think black bears can be carnivorous, but they're not like brown bears. Brown bears are like very carnivorous. Like that's what people call like grizzly. Kodak. I'm not Kodak. What are they called?
They're
Kodiak bears.
Kodak bears.
Kodiak bears. Yeah. So anyway, I just wanted to add that in. I thought it was interesting. Yeah.
Grizzly bears are.
Yeah, but he the way he was describing this story, it was like he remembered it like it was yesterday.
And this is like and what he saw running through the bushes.
Yeah.
Like it didn't look like.
Yeah,
like
no.
Something standing up.
No, I mean, he did say it was dark as fuck. Like, you couldn't see shit. But he did say he saw glowing eyes. Like, almost like when you see a raccoon.
Yeah.
Middle of the night. It was like that, but it was, like, really big.
But it looked like he was way up.
You're fitting the stereotype.
So
no, but it's yeah, he was just saying that from what he had experienced, he was like, I don't know what it was, but it was
Very interesting. I know one thing. I forgot to mention, and this goes back to Joshua Liflord, one that assembled the 30 men. Very, very good story. Please, this has to do with Bigfoot as well. This is the 1855, the one it was the when he was killed. He did the charge first into Bigfoot. His men actually panicked a little bit and froze up. Never seen of that magnitude. They actually thought when their food ended up missing days passed before the battle began, they were missing food, and they thought it was scavengers or thieves running them out from different tribes or whatnot, stealing their food. Then it came to a point where weeks passed, and women and children end up missing. They decided to do stuff, and Joshua was the one that decided to. Was a rancher actually. He had good ties and friendship with and was the one that gathered men together, and they decided to go. They bumped into actually Bigfoot, very big. This is their accounts back then from the 1800s of how they described it. Now, what's crazy is that a lot of people claim that there are documents of that event, but it was scrubbed by the government. The reason why they honored his name, they didn't say how he died. They didn't claim how he died. Honored his name, but before they did. So somewhere down the line, the government came in, and that's what people assume or believe. This is part of conspiracies, of course, once we get into that. But I just find it funny how you said that the government decided to put up. But for some reason, whenever paranormal activity or cryptic creatures more known than you, like where it's not just one man, but it's like multiple. I just find that really, really could be a coincidence, but it just, I mean,
Yeah, I mean they do the same thing. I think with like animals and do like national parks. They always try to control. But anyway, I don't want to get too hung up on the last topic. So So if it's okay with you guys, do you want to do like a lighthearted topic first, and then we can do your topic, or maybe mine shouldn't be long. You want to do that first?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, I have a topic, but we can skip that. We don't have.
Okay, just make sure when you talk, you're talking right into the mic so they can hear all your traumas and your all that shit.
Trauma dumping.
Yeah. So anyway, all right. So my topic. I don't know if you noticed. This is like my second topic. Like I like nostalgic shit. I don't know. It's a huge part of me. I like thinking about stuff like that. So anyway, I wanted to go around and see if there's something. Maybe it's something other people don't pay attention to as much, but I know I do. So like, it's kind of got a couple different properties to it, but so like, isn't it? It's crazy how like certain things will imprint in your brain, and you don't realize it until years later when something activates, right? So, for instance, this is so funny. So, I have like, I'll tell you what it is, and then I'll tell you how it became something. So, whenever it rains outside, most of the time, almost every time, I really want Chinese food. And I'll tell you why. And it makes me think of this. When I was in high school and I was going to football practice over the summertime, I think this was in 08. It was 08. Anyway, so it was when GTA 4 was out. Yeah. So when GTA 4 was out. So during the summer practice, in the morning, we would have practice real early, like maybe 7 a.m. or something like that, you know? And it would run till like maybe 12. So I'll never forget that whole summer, it would like rain every fucking day, like a lot. So we would go to practice, and right when we got to practice, you could see it's kind of overcast, and it would start to get like build. And throughout practice, it would be building and building and building, real gray clouds, everything. Go. And you would, have a practice, and then I would get off and go home. And like at that point, over that summer, like once a week, my parents would order Chinese food. Do you remember the Chinese place that was in the Publix Plaza in the corner on Flamingo? It's not there anymore. Like the Publix, that's where like it used to, there's like a Bank of America in there, and yeah, the Chase is right there. Okay, so there used to be a Chinese spot in there. Anyway, so like over that summer, once a week, my parents would order Chinese food from there, and then we used to get like the big bucket of pork fried rice, and you'd have leftovers for. I would remember I would go to practice, come home.
You would get Chinese food.
Like for a meal, a family meal, like once a week, my parents would order Chinese food.
I mean, we would get Chinese food maybe like what, once every 6 months.
Yeah, so no, they would get Chinese food like once a week. We would get it, and we would have like the leftover pork fried rice, right? So I would come home from practice, and as soon as I get home, it's fucking pouring, like for almost the rest of the day, I would be eating Chinese food, and it'd be pouring outside, be playing Grand Theft Auto. It was such a vibe. Like it was dude. It was like it's imprinted in my fucking brain. So I tell my wife now, I go, dude, when the new GTA comes out, I'm fucking getting Chinese food and I'm staying inside and playing, and goddamn, do I hope it's raining. So that's just like my main example I give people. But so I wanted to know if you guys had something like that, like if there's weather, like certain weather that makes you think of an exact moment. I'll give you one more, then I'll pass it around. Is for instance, so like when fall comes and the sun is like higher in the sky, it has a look. Like when you go outside, fall here, because we don't really have like fall, but you know what I mean? Like it has a look. So like the sun's higher. So like it looks different outside. It has a fall vibe. So when there's a fall vibe, it makes me think of like, I'm a basic white bitch when it comes to this, but I love pumpkin spice lattes.
Me too, bro.
Love that shit. Fucking love it.
Good.
Bro, it just makes me think of fall. Fall's my favorite season. So it makes me want that. And it also like it kind of ties in with like whenever I walk into a Starbucks, I automatically think of fall. And it makes me think of like when I was in college and like in between classes, you go and sit there and you would get your fucking pumpkin spice latte, you'd be on your laptop and just chilling. And it was just like you weren't as stressed back. You didn't have as many stressors. Those are like two for me. Like when I walk into a Starbucks, I kind of think of fall, and when in fall, I automatically think of football. I think of freaking pumpkin spice lattes, Halloween, Thanksgiving coming up. It's just such a good feeling. So like I don't know, things like that. I didn't know if you guys.
That's what like the not the eggplant. What is it called? You know that it's like they only released.
Oh, you mean eggnog?
Eggnog. I used to be obsessed eggplant. Fuck. I used to be obsessed with eggplant.
I used to do the eggplant emoji. Wink, wink. Yo, egg. Yeah. Why are you gay? Bro, eggplant.
No, but I used to be obsessed with eggnog. Eggnog was. I used to tell when I was a little kid, and I kind of grew out of it, which is weird. Because I remember I used to ask mom a lot. Oh, mom, did you get eggnog? Did you get eggnog? And I think my brother and my sister actually used to like it too. Yeah, we were.
You used to dunk the eggnog.
Oh, fuck.
That's fine. Go ahead.
Long story short, I think that kind of like I don't know if I just had it too much, so to the point where it's like I still drink it. Don't get me wrong, it's still good, but I don't know. I think I fell off right probably when I got to college. Like I just stopped being obsessed with it. Rum. Yeah,
as you get older.
Yeah.
Yeah, when Christmas
maybe your taste buds change. I don't know.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. I like eggnog and rum.
I mean, I'll still fuck.
Have you ever had I like eggnog too, but I was telling my wife literally this yesterday. I can only drink about like this much a year, like to that much, and I'm over it. I love it, like it because it goes with that time of year, but I can't drink a lot.
It's good and small.
Yeah, like I'll drink a pint max, but like, excuse me, The one of them that I really like, she doesn't like it, but I really like it because I'm not big on like heavy nutmeg flavors. I don't like it too spicy. Like in the eggnog, I like it more like a vanilla tone. You ever had Farm Stores eggnog? You know Farm Stores, the drive-through like quickie stops. They have their own.
Oh,
I'll never forget. My aunt, on my dad's side, told me about it.
They don't have those.
There's one off of
I mean, they
in
have it in Florida,
Hialeah.
but like in like other
off of Miami. Yeah, there's one off of Miami Gardens Drive in Hialeah. Down Flamingo before you on the right side if you're south. That a direct. Anyway, so it's next to the Taco Bell. Taco Bell. Yeah, dude. So like, she told me about it, and I apparently because I guess like back then when newspapers were a thing, it was in like the newspaper of like it was like ranked through somebody's list. I don't know whose list. Anyway, and I tried it. It's expensive, dude, because it's only a half gallon, and it's I don't know how much it is. Holy fuck, it's expensive, but it's so good, man. It's like super like it's almost like a melted vanilla ice. Not too spicy, because like some of them taste like bubble gum. Like the Publix one tastes like bubble gum.
Yeah, we have the
Wait, don't get me wrong.
Public.
It's very popular. People love the Publix one.
Yeah,
Very popular.
it's still good.
Yeah, it's the same as it's been forever. I mean, they haven't changed it. I don't think. But anyway, continue.
I was just on the.
So like, so
any memory?
well, let me ask you first. So like, I know you love eggnog, but like, is that something you think of as that time of year approaches?
Yeah.
So like, so when do you start thinking about eggnog?
Like I said,
It's cold,
I
honestly.
kind of grew out of it, but is every once in a while I'm like, I need some eggnog, especially when it's. I think the trigger of desiring eggnog was near Christmas time.
Oh yeah, did you like it like when you were coming up on like Thanksgiving?
Yeah, they released it on Thanksgiving.
There's people that drink it on Thanksgiving, which I think is kind of.
Between November, December, and even January, they.
Oh, dude, they have eggnog like. They bring it out like.
Oh, they go that far?
because
That early?
like,
Wow.
Yeah, they do. They bring it out,
31st, like, oh,
dude.
Yeah.
Everything's earlier now. Like in 2 weeks. I think in 2 weeks now. Maybe not
In
even.
August. We're about to get into
No, dude, I think in like a
So,
week.
yeah, one more.
Dude, pumpkin spice is out like next week, dude. No, it's already out in stores. Like if you go in
yeah.
in Sprouts, they have a whole section of it already. Pumpkin spice. I'm waiting though. I'm trying to hold on.
They're breaking shit
Trying to
out.
hold
like,
on.
2 months
Oh, wait.
I used to criticize
Yeah.
people for drinking it so early. I'm like, why did they
Walmart
bring it
will
out
bring
in
out
August?
their pumpkin spice coffee during it.
If you,
And it's good. It's
Yeah.
better than
if you go to Walmart,
Yeah, there's Halloween stuff in like every store right
already going
now.
on Christmas. It's like
already on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep your shit right
You
here.
got 2 more.
Bring it to the edge of the table. I just don't want you to not be hurt.
you will not never be.
Now that you mentioned that, I am curious of what. Is there a special time event?
Something that you think of.
Something that
It could be
bring- yeah.
anything. Yeah, like a food. And then
It doesn't have to be food, by
the
the
second
way.
part of my topic I'll do after we.
Hollywood. But that my mind doesn't work
Yeah.
right now. Amsterdam. It's not coming up with
The
anything.
spotlight's on you. Like, fuck, I forgot.
It's not that. I think it's because. I subconsciously block out certain.
Probably the spotlight effect. When somebody puts you on the spot, then you forget for something. Look, then when the light is off, you're like, oh damn,
Like when someone's like,
Yeah, put you on
but
the
like
spot.
you listen to like 3 people
Oh my
every
God.
single
Yeah,
day.
it's like, how can you not remember that?
Yeah, remember what? Ask you, you're like. Later, you're like,
Well, how about you, Josh? Anything that
Speak for
anything
yourselves.
special?
Don't speak for me.
Definitely the eggnog. I'll even say the Chinese. Chinese was
Oh yeah.
it was always
So like when you go to the movies, do you crave Chinese?
yeah I crave
Okay. See, that's kind of
I
like
can-
what
I
I'm
can
talking
But
about.
after or before?
right after. That's the same thing. Popcorn too. If I see a movie,
Yeah.
you know, like if we're at a movie or if I see a movie, watching a movie, I could be with
Crave it.
somebody like, yeah, we're going.
Yeah.
To butter, man.
For some reason, chewing on popcorn while watching movies.
That's
That's
it.
really
It's
good.
also
Yeah.
I
Fucking
think for
thing.
me,
for the people next to you that eat like horses.
If you had to choose popcorn, chips, fries,
Am I getting rid of? Oh, in general? If I'm in general, popcorn,
Let's say you
chips. I'm getting rid of popcorn. I like because chips and
see some
dip,
people like that. Some
but like
people
nachos or chips. I love nachos.
I agree, popcorn just because you can't do a
You
lot with
can't even.
popcorn.
Anyone that says fries, I think
can't do
you
a
should
lot
be
with-
locked away.
I want to hear what Onyx had to
I
say.
can't.
Onyx, you're-
I wouldn't be able to decide because they have their own.
Yeah, you
Sorry.
need. Yeah. They do have
Like,
their own.
When I go to a theater, and popcorn. I want some fucking wings, and I want some
Ribs.
fries.
Yeah.
I want ribs. Like, dude, what the fuck is that the case? Go to fucking Chili's. Go to
Yeah,
some other
you're
fucking
at a
place.
movie
Do that.
theater.
Don't do it at the movie theaters.
Yeah,
That-
but if
I-
it's
I
Fucking
agree.
normal.
But
Being
if
a
it's-
true
if it's-
American, get popcorn and fucking drink.
But if it's not a movie, it was an everyday thing, daily. You're walking around.
Well,
Man, I got some snacks.
yeah, in that case, yeah, popcorn. I feel like popcorn
Yeah,
really,
popcorn's
truth, it's really only.
I like
It's not
nachos.
bland.
Or like TV
Popcorn
shows.
and drink. You can't
Yeah,
go
so-
yeah.
It's a relaxing.
Nachos at a movie theater is also. a good
That's
thing.
also fun.
Oh, yeah.
That's
So I ain't gonna lie.
Nachos?
I'll probably choose.
at a
yeah,
movie
nachos
theater.
is-
Nachos at the movie theater?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not
100.
But I ain't gonna lie. I'll choose popcorn only because of the longevity.
Wait,
Yeah,
hold
that's
on.
true.
You would choose it? Why?
Because of
You
longevity.
mean you would get rid of it?
No. If
No,
it was
he would-
movie style, like
yeah,
movie
movie
style, I'm popcorn over.
Yeah, over
So
time.
that thing.
Oh yeah, that I agree
You know what I
with.
mean, you get,
Well,
you
which
get
one?
30 minutes.
Which one are you getting rid of then? Don't get me wrong. I like popcorn, but you're
I
going
love
against
popcorn.
fries and chips and dip. You're losing. Hands
I
down.
love popcorn.
But
Look at
Wait,
much for
wait,
chips.
wait, hold on. So you'll get rid of pop? Well, if
I'll
you're
get
gonna
rid of
if you're gonna watch a movie, right?
If I was watching a movie, I would probably get.
Yeah, no, fries.
Oh,
fries-
watching a-
fries
watching a
you get rid of.
movie-
Nah, I would get rid of chips. At a movie theater, I get rid of chips.
Nachos, I
Yeah,
got some. But that's
nachos,
okay.
really?
Everyone's different.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I
fine,
never
yeah.
heard about that. That's
Nachos,
I like-
Yeah, they be selling it.
I just did it to me when I smell other people's food in a theater. I get mad. I don't know why.
I get angry.
I just get mad. Like I'm like, dude, what the
Angry
fuck are you
white guy.
doing?
Yo, share, we'll beat your ass.
No, because like the smell of hot dogs in a movie theater, dude. It's like weird, bro.
But how about
Yeah.
mozzarella sticks?
In a movie
Yeah,
theater,
movie theater, fucking fire, bro.
That's not bad, yeah.
Yeah.
six tastes good in a fucking septic tank. Like not out of it. Like,
Have you
but
tried mozzarella sticks out of a
Yeah, it's
septic tank,
amazing.
dude? That's kind of fucking gross. And you eat the. I see a mozzarella on someone's shit. Let me eat this. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you,
I mean,
dude?
you're in the septic tank. I mean, it's definitely going to improve your experience.
Anything else? With
Yeah, that's what was
But what if you're in a septic tank filled with mozzarella sticks that came out?
What the fuck is wrong
I'm
with
surprised we
you,
haven't got banned
dude?
yet.
Why
That was
would
funny
you
though,
even
because
think
when you look at the live keeps.
Played it live.
Yeah, on both bars, it's giving us red, like basically saying
heart emojis?
having explicit language.
Oh,
Like it'll tell you, like, have a
Oh,
policy.
really?
Yeah. It'll give you a
Give
warning.
a
It'll give
fuck,
you a
we're all
warning.
adults.
It'll give you a
Is that
warning.
really anything explicit? Really?
You know, because they'll pick it up even like.
Oh, YouTube.
Well, I get you, but still. Censorship.
I got banned on live.
I think it depends.
I wasn't, but he went to bring up like girls and stuff,
I think it
involved
depends on
in-
what the topic is.
and they were like,
Next thing, if you
So
you're gonna be like, shut that shit down, shut it down. But say, but yeah, exactly. But saying like,
is there
balls. Yeah,
is there anything else that you guys have that like maybe like when the weather changes or something that makes you like crave something or like not even food, maybe like something you think of? Anything? When you see a 7-Eleven, you mean?
Yeah,
Yeah,
on a hot day.
Yeah.
So on a hot day, you
Hot
think of
day.
a 7-Eleven
It was
slushie?
7.
Okay.
That was other 2.
Yeah.
Yo.
Or when we go to the beach. Go to the beach
Tuesdays.
that Tuesday.
That's
Hell yeah. When you go to the beach, you have to have a drink
That's
while you're
it.
laying down.
Well,
You
I mean,
have to.
back in
the day, though.
Yeah,
back to
back
this
then-
now is wild.
You
Isn't
can't,
it like
yeah, but you can't go to
$90
the
a
beach just to
drink?
lay down in the sun.
It's
You
like
you have to have
$90 for
with
a
you.
drink.
Yeah,
It's,
and
it's
it's
expensive, right?
It's not that.
A little more.
I don't know. I get weirded out about buying like cocktails like at places because like I feel like they always rip you off on the list. I like bottled. I like fucking bottled or draft drinks just because like I know I'm getting what I paid for. You know what I'm saying?
You buy $12.
Oh, hold on. I forgot one. This is huge. I'm sorry. You got something? All right. Last thing. To me, like you know, how people are like during summer, they're like, "Oh yeah, here when it's hot outside." To me, that's never been the case. It makes me so fucking hot and miserable. But when fall hits, dude, like to me, okay. Oh, or like Jacko. Have you had Jacko? Dude, we're having it here live when it hits. Dude, Jacko. All right, so like, have you ever had a pumpkin beer?
Yeah.
Okay, most of them to me are gross, but Jacko is fire, dude. It's Sam Adams. It's called Jacko. It's a pumpkin
They
beer.
release that at a certain
You know, Sam
time
Adams
period,
make like an actual pump.
Yeah, Jacko
Is
is.
that what it is?
Mhm.
Oh, I didn't know that was the name.
It's called Jacko. And Oktoberfest is awesome.
I say mine.
Jacko's fucking awesome. It's like a beer and it has like a hint of like almost like it's not sweet,
Like
but it
cinnamon
has like
kind
a
of?
pumpkin pie like
But
hint.
they only release at a certain time period of the year.
Yeah, especially Jacko. Like Oktoberfest used to be more limited to like fall, but now, dude, that's like the pumpkin spice of fucking beers. So like it hits like in like it'll hit like mid September probably, even before then. It'll hit probably in September and it'll run through fucking like November.
Try it out for the podcast.
No, we're gonna do it.
Yeah,
We're gonna do it.
give our point
I
of view
want to bring
the-
a couple like fall
viewers.
brews, but to me, like fall and Christmas time, to me, I love drinking
Yeah, they are.
time, bro. Like when it's cold, like it doesn't really get cold here, but when it gets fucking cold out and you get like a beer, bro. Oh, to me, it hits so good.
You know what we could do? I just got thought of something. So we talked about eggnog. We're now talking about what is it? Beer, a pumpkin beer,
Yeah.
and pumpkin spice. Starting in September, early September, because they all come out during that time. Correct? Am I right or wrong? Or is it November?
Nah, they'll be out soon. Are you
Around
talking about pumpkin
October.
spice? What, pumpkin spice?
No, all the drinks we talked about.
The beers will start to hit in September.
Eggnog and all that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
buy,
yeah,
you should
yeah.
buy eggnog.
Eggnog will hit in October.
Beginning of fall.
So this is what we do. At the end of September, start for every week. Start a podcast. We do 2 points.
Yeah,
Just in the
like,
beginning.
We'll go to like Total Wine and we'll get like an assortment. Either one, ABC or whichever, and get an
Roma
assortment.
eggnog.
But there's some I want to try, man. There's so many now.
have you ever tried?
Oh,
But it's
what's your cinnamon whiskey? Are you a Fireball guy or?
Straight fire? I don't even really know like any. I mean, I probably do, but I don't like. Right now, I can't.
My
Fireball,
wife
Gold,
loves
What's the other
Fireball.
one? Gold, the one that has
Gold
Saturday-
Schlager?
Schlager that has the.
I never had that one. That flicks of gold in it.
Oh, really?
I've heard of it, but I've never actually tried.
Try it, yes.
So wrong.
Or bourbon,
Dude, I would be hammered.
bro.
I would
When
be
I went
so
to
red.
Maine, people first told me, they're like, "Yo, I'll make you." Just putting the shot. I was like, "Wait." I kept drinking.
I'll definitely try that. 100%.
That was my drink.
Dude, that's the thing I wish I love about the Northeast, man. Bro, we went
Yeah.
to Boston last October and we
That's
went to
weird, yeah.
Sam Adams. Well, not the brewery, but they have like a draft house. And I had a different assortment of beers there that are like exclusives over there. And then if you ever go to Boston, I don't know if Josh did this. Have you ever been to Harpoon Brewery? Bro, I fucking love that place. Let me tell you.
They're like 10.
Bro, their beers, number one, their beers slap. But number two, I did back in 2017. I went to Boston for the first time, and I went to do what's it called? A tour. It's $5 a person. $5. You do a quick tour. Okay, you do a tour. They take you on a tour. At the end of the tour, you go into the draft room. They have all of their beers on tap. They let you try every single one of them, and like basically as much as you want for like a good amount of time. They're not stingy. It's in Boston. It's like off the harbor somewhere. I can't tell you exactly where it is, but it's in Boston. And bro, $5, you get ripped. I got ripped off of just $5. So then you
You
could
just have to pay $5 to test all.
yeah. So
Oh,
it gets better.
that's
Hold
gotta be
on. It gets
free.
but it gets better. So they have all these beers that they let you try, and then the place is badass. You've been inside, right?
Yeah.
It's like a huge like bar lounge with picnic tables, long, not like ghetto ones, but like nice sit down tables. They have a huge bar running down the middle, and they got a kitchen on the side. They make fresh in-house pizzas. They make fresh handmade pretzels with homemade beer cheese. Bro,
I had their food.
let me tell you, you can get different butters and shit with it. So like they do like a cinnamon sugar pretzel, and they got like fucking cinnamon sugar, like some butter and shit and stuff like that. Hot caramel
I've had it
dip.
before.
They had a hot beer cheese dip for the salted pretzel. They had a garlic
The new
parm
pretzel's good
dip.
up there in New York.
Bro, no beer,
They go
beer,
pretty
hard.
and all that
Pickles.
stuff. Beer and that is like in Boston is like it's apex. It's apex. Now let me tell you what's even better about that. I went last year in 2024. So between 2017 and 2024, how much do you think the tour was now? It was still $5. Hasn't changed.
Put that link on either on the description.
Yeah,
with, like,
I'll
the
put it in there.
location of-
All right, so go on. It's something.
As much as I would love to continue podcast today, we're getting completely derailed.
Yeah.
Okay, go
So
ahead.
let's
Well,
focus
we get nostalgic about our
I
shit.
get you. We went from nostalgia to just talking about food and beer. Like, damn, that's a guy that I get it. But get back to the point.
Okay, yeah. So what were you saying? Have anything?
No.
Okay, then one more quick. We're gonna go around real quick.
Fuck!
No, this is different. Second part. Oh, is there any like song that you hear that takes you to a certain space and time? Huh? Sugar?
Smoothie.
Where does it take
Where
you?
is it going?
Just like good times with a riding, having a girl on the passenger seat. You know, it's like sugar, like my sugar. That song makes me feel like everything was. No, seriously, like I can trust you. You know what I mean? You can trust me. Like it was like we're locked in. You know, like that
Get
song
you.
really gets me.
I get you.
That's really nostalgic.
You
song
saying
for
that
me.
this hits on a guy's lonely.
Oh, so.
So Onyx, how about
That
you?
was
I want
really
to hear. I want to
nostalgic.
hear from Onyx. Like I want to give him as
Or
much time
Return of
as
the
he
Mac.
needs.
Return of the Mac.
That song.
Yeah, you play that. That shit gets
That
me
song,
motivated no
I
matter
love
what.
that
Yeah.
shit.
I can have a girl and everything, and I'll still be Return of the Mac. And she treated me right, you know.
Music in that. Nostalgia. I think kind of 90s.
Yeah, same.
You guys did.
Very, very good singer.
Anyways.
Onyx, no homo.
But anyways, yeah. Anything like 90s music, like La Boucher or Hathaway. Catman. The one. All those 90s songs. Found in the 90s music blasting it. You're just looking like, I don't give a shit. My memories, my life, you know.
Funny you said that because sometimes when I'm by myself, either like after watching a movie or something alone, sometimes I would listen to like old school songs from 90s, 2000s, and
Exactly.
sometimes that's just good for you. Just type out on your own. You know, it feels good. You know,
Yeah.
you don't always need some
It's crazy how like music can really make happy
Yeah.
place.
I think music.
Also, music can get you encouragement, but also can be a bad thing. Where
Bad thing.
Oh yeah.
Like now, like
Negativity.
all the music, majority, not all, but majority of the music you hear now is not. I don't get that same uplifting. Your 90s.
Well, I mean,
Remember you played old school like Knocking the Boots or Boys to Men.
yeah.
Like yo, do you remember? Or I don't know if y'all did this. You know, I mean, I'm a lover boy, so I would play that. You know what I mean? And it would get him in the mood. You know what I mean? You play that now, a girl be like, "What is this?" And it's like, "What?" Back in the day when I was putting this on, man,
but
like panties were coming off.
But
Like
now,
you know what?
Yeah, but now you're showing your age, so you have to understand different demo.
What I'm saying, yeah, that's true. But what I'm saying is that like nowadays, like it's like, oh, put some Uzi on, or you know what I mean? It's like, what?
that's the
Like, how am I
thing.
gonna how am I going to be freaking? How gonna be freaking with? I want to rock. You know what I mean? Like,
Hey! I want to rock with you. The
Hey.
old, I want to rock.
no,
Yeah.
Uzi's,
Uzi-
version.
But it's that song, right? It's his rendition of it.
No, I don't think so. No,
Okay.
he
But
just
again-
kind of took the name.
Yeah, but I think remember you're talking to a different generation. Like there's kids that I go to school with right now. To me, they're kids because, and it's like, oh, you listen to this. I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
but I have to understand. It's like we are not on that same level.
We're getting to our parents. Remember, our parents used to be like, "Oh, this ain't music." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
now
We're getting to. We're becoming our parents.
Parents. The other day, someone was in the car and was, playing. So like, oh yeah, you like this person, and it wasn't bad R&B, but you could tell it was a ripoff of like another song. And I'm like, this sounds familiar. And then I was like, yo, let me play this, and I played it, and he was just kind of like, oh, who's this? And I'm like, no, Boys to Men, you know, New Edition. It's like this was the father of who you showing me. This is their daddy.
And even
you know what I
that-
mean? Like without them, these people would not exist.
Actually,
literally,
you'd be surprised. Some of those songs are even redos of songs from like the
Of
60s
songs,
or
yeah.
50s or even 40s. Some
That's
of them are
another
even
thing
in the
too.
20s.
It'll be beating everything that'll sound just alike, and kids won't know it. Kids won't know where the origination was. Be like,
Because they
where
don't
did it
do-
originate from?
they
Like,
don't
where's this
do the
from?
research. They
Like,
only-
nah,
they
Little
only know-
Uzi
they
made
don't-
this, and it's like, nah, Little Uzi made this. This song came out 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Original's better,
It's a matter of perspective.
One-
That's
Like,
like
one song I remember-
Kendrick, and he has some girl that's song. I forget what it is, but it's an old school song recently. I don't really listen a lot. It's R&B song, and I'm like, damn, like
I'm not really into
it
his
wasn't
music.
hitting at all. I'm like, this is
R&B?
not hitting.
No,
but
Kendrick Lamar.
that's why, you know what I hate?
Oh, no.
It's like
Kendrick Lamar, the one who
that song to me
That's
is
really the
stupid.
only-
that song. He
I don't
actually.
like that song,
No,
bro.
you gotta listen
He's
to it.
so corny.
Oh, you gotta listen to it.
Yeah,
He
no,
was
it's
calling out
stupid, bro.
pedophiles, bro.
It's corny, right?
You're a corny
it
person in
is,
general, bro.
but-
It's
but
like-
also-
Bam. Like, what the fuck are you
No, I
talking
understand
about?
what you're
Like,
saying.
this
But
shit is
also, you
garbage.
gotta listen to what he's saying. though. You have to understand
No,
what
I
he's
think-
fighting against.
But then look,
Literally, he's calling out pedophiles in that song. You know,
no,
right?
I get that, but
Yeah.
like, I get that.
That's what makes the song
If
good.
you just take that out of the picture, though, I think the song is fucking shitty.
Yeah, you're probably right. The song probably is, but
Yeah.
in my point of view, when I listen to the song, I understand where he's coming from, and I love it. I love that song. You're talking about the one where it's like, oh, they're not like us.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah,
I think that song's garbage, but
But he's literally calling out the pedophiles, and
no, I get that.
he
But
didn't.
then, you know what's funny is people are so phony, right? Because like now that's like Drake's new song, which I think is infinitely better. The What Did I Miss? That song's good.
I didn't see
You
it.
haven't heard it.
I don't listen to Drake stuff.
But like now everyone's like, yeah, man, Drake was always the best. This is good. I'm like,
Drake is on weirdo stuff. I don't listen to this
yeah,
stuff.
but his songs are good though.
Eh.
A lot of his songs are good.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, I'm not gonna cap. Some of the songs are good.
Back to my original
Him
point.
personally, I don't agree with him.
All crooked though. All of them
Yeah,
are.
he just does weird stuff, super weird stuff. Like there's, I can name many things about what Drake did. Super shady.
As much as I want to continue this conversation, we can bring this up on the next podcast. Could we get to the
Oh,
fucking topics
yeah.
that we're supposed to be talking on here?
Honestly, right.
Fuck! You guys always get sidetracked.
I will
It's
say,
like a fucking cat. Like
I'll
who
say
cats?
one thing is that I love songs that unite us. You know what I mean? Like Youth of a Nation.
Yeah, but that doesn't. It doesn't okay, off topic.
How did the song
That
go
won't
again?
unite us anymore.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh yeah,
Youth
that's
of
all
a
I
Nation.
heard.
It's the birth of a nation and new leadership, which meaning us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can see it. The grab hole's happening. It's happening. We can't stop it.
On that one, we're more divided on than anything, but we're talking on conspiracy theories. The main point was
Yeah.
conspiracy theories.
No, let's get back to track.
So, I mean, I saw the fucking preview for the this upcoming podcast of visuals you chose. Can't really.
Wait, what is it?
Historical.
Oh, you talking about the other topic?
No, the actual trailer you did for this upcoming podcast on conspiracy. We're going to be talking about the images you. Some of those were. There,
Wait, what was that?
It is historical.
There. I just showed a picture of 9/11, and I showed a
get you.
picture of Bush, and I showed a picture of the book. That was it.
Oh, that's just
I
You
get you.
speaking of Onyx? What offended you?
Wait, which part offended you? So I know to change it. I need to know.
It's not the imaging that got me. I
I was
worded
just
that
asking
wrong.
questions. It was the topic is because it's Gabe's topic, and
Conspiracy.
it's just it's a conspiracy. It's
Whenever
like,
I
oh,
see, whenever I see an image of 9/11,
this is when he's gonna start looking depressed. This topic, we might have to skip it. Might have to skip it.
No, we're
His
gonna-
face is gonna be like,
no,
like someone put a
face.
Yeah.
Look, he has a fucking cattle prod in his ass.
That's just hilarious, dog. Oh man.
whenever someone mentions, whenever I see like 9/11 and then someone just mentions conspiracy, those two automatically, it's like a red flag goes up. Like, here we go. Here we go, the bullshit. But I'm just the kind of person who's sensible enough to say, you know what? Let me hear what they have to say before I call bullshit.
But while I listen, I'm gonna look like my dog that fucking ran over with a fucking tractor trailer.
man.
All right. So
I mean, the fact that I mentioned like 2 podcasts ago, I look sad in all the videos I was playing it back. I'm trying to figure that out why I look so sad. But go ahead, let's go forward.
we need to have Onyx with all the topics going forward.
No.
I want to see Glee. I want to see Dominican Onyx from that picture that we.
Okay.
ChatGPT made you Dominican. I don't know why. It saw your hair, which I don't think looks Dominican, but they were like, "Oh, it's fucking Dominican." All right, so
Stereotype.
wait, so we're done with the songs, like
Yeah,
done songs. All right, fine, fuck it, we'll skip it because I know it's already 101.
Yeah, it's good.
So okay, Gabe's gonna talk the longest on this, 100%. So let's save him for last. I want to hear. All right, I'll just tell you this. I personally went on and tried to find stuff on that book because I have seen clips, and I'm not stupid. I know, like, you see clips, it doesn't mean it's real or whatever. But I've seen clips before of like them reading the book, and like so the conspiracy of this, if I'm wrong, if I'm not wrong, is there's words and stuff being read in that book during that time when he was being informed about the attack on the Twin Towers that kind of coincide with what was actually happening, like steel and fucking, I don't know, things along that nature, right? So people see that, and the conspiracy is like, oh, is this like something like in some grand, I don't know, like if it's scheme of like, why is this book being shown as he's being recorded in this classroom as the attack's going on? Like, it's like, is it just like a coincidence or is it something more? It's trippy as fuck, man. I mean, it's very trippy. Like, if you're just looking at that. Now, I've tried to look up stuff on this book like this past week, and it's like you can't fucking really find anything on this book. I was trying, even the name of the book is like hard to find. So like I think the book is called, or it's not a book, I'm sorry, it's a story within a set of reading what's the word, reading exercises for kids to learn to read and pronunciate words, I believe.
You're talking about the Go book.
Yeah, but it's not just a book. I think the book they were reading was a story book that had multiple stories in it, which one of them was I think it's the story's called My Pet Goat. I couldn't nail down what the real name of the fucking story is.
I think you're right.
It's My Pet Goat, but some people refer to it as I Pet Goat. I don't fucking know. But anyway, I think it's weird. I really couldn't find enough information on it to speak on it authoritatively, you know? But I think it is strange. And I don't want to take away time from anybody else, but I think the whole night, as I've gotten older, the 9/11 thing to me is kind of weird. I used to really be like, why the fuck are people even saying that we would knock down our own towers and kill our own people and all this stuff? But I feel like the more information I've learned as I got older, I think it's a possibility. It sounds nuts, but And I think it's a possibility, like, because there was no,
Like,
there was no evidence. I mean, there's no evidence. There's even a movie about it with like Matt Damon in it. I was just watching it. I forget what it's called, but no, it's got Matt Damon in it. I gotta find the movie. I'll show you.
Oh
No, it's about him. He's in Iraq. And he's like, they send him in and they're like, oh, we need you to find the weapons of mass destruction. And he's in there. He's like, dude, there's fucking nothing here. Like, he's like, where are you getting your intel from? And they're like being real dodgy about it. And he's like, okay, well, you have us going into all these places and like, there's absolutely nothing showing like evidence of. And from what I've heard from multiple like sources of media and information is, I think that Dick Cheney's had a company that somehow benefited off like the war in Iraq, like that would have benefited off of it. And like he was the one orchestrating a lot of shit. George Bush didn't really do much. He was almost like, he wasn't like Joe Biden, but he was more of like a face. And Dick Cheney had like an interest in like that war. And not that Saddam was a great person, but like they kind of used him as a scapegoat and all this extra shit. It's a very complicated topic, but I don't really know much about it, but I do think it's shady. But I want to hear everything Onyx has to say.
But before that,
All right, Josh, and then Onyx.
yeah, like the missiles that got.
Bring the mic
We're talking
closer.
about when Israel and U.S. collaborated and they actually took facilities in Iran.
Right, recently.
Which about a month ago. Yeah.
I just think it's a little weird how Trump contacted them.
Yeah, but Israel is
There's
known to
no-
warn their enemies
And
before they bomb.
when Hiroshima happened, there was no missile. No, we just bombed them off. Didn't know it. Now, fast forward to 9/11, and this
Let me just.
is even prior to the 9/11 when it wasn't like the planes hit, and then we were like, oh, what the hell? Like everybody thought it was. No, like we caught these guys miles back, like 20 minutes before it hit us. So they already knew they can already get people in the sky and knock them down, but they did it. And then, but the whole time though, before that, no one knew that there was recordings of audio that came out like years later. Everybody was just like, yo, it was a sneak attack. Nobody knew, it wasn't on the radar. How would we not know this? And then later down the line, 2-3 years later, everybody finds out, oh, we have audio recording. No, why didn't they were actually, it wasn't like audio recording like, yo, get on the ground, give me the plane. No, they were actually saying, hey, we got hijacked. We got some guys on the plane, blah, blah, blah. Like they radioed it in and they still didn't send out a fighter to come knock them down. You know what I mean? At that point, I'm not saying like it sucks, but it's kind of to a point where it's like, okay, if you know they're trying to hit, like they even said it, like they're like, we don't know where we're going. It's either going to be the Pentagon, White House. You know, they don't know. They were just saying like, we're just flying. We don't know what they're going to hit, but they're trying to hit something. Right then and there, to me, I'm not saying to crucify or get rid of people, you know, but it is kind of a point where you kill 10 to save 1 million. You know, or at least try to get somebody in the air to guide them and get them on the ground, you know, or you know, it was just kind of awkward and weird that nobody came for that, you know, for that save. Like no people who died in that.
And you're saying?
Yeah, people in
They
the
got
plane,
hijacked
like they got hijacked, and there was an audio of them, not just them screaming and acting crazy and oh my god. They actually radioed in to headquarters and said, hey, we got some people. We're just flying around. We don't know where we're. I mean, and they're like, okay, you know, nonchalant. They weren't like, oh, we'll get somebody on it right now. Or, you know, let us know if they get close to anything. We'll have to take them out. Let them know. You know, like none of that happened.
Have guys.
I don't think they had rifles on the
Oh, they had
9/11
rifles.
planes. They had box cutters.
They had box cutters.
Really?
Yeah, only box cutters.
Yeah, that portion.
Times were so different back then, though. Like there was no locks on the pilot doors, right? You would know. You're a plane aficionado.
Yeah, I'll get into that in a moment.
Yeah, so let me hear from Monica.
But yeah, it's just crazy, especially with the bombing that happened recently. Why are we talking? Why are we communicating? Hey, we're about to bomb you. The hell out.
That's part of diplomatic negotiation. I feel like I'm the only. I'm the only one.
All right, so let me just say something. Well, this is important. In World War II, we actually did all the had city laughed at it. So and then we stopped the first one, and then he took. Then we did give him warning.
I mean, it wasn't
just,
like, yo, on July 2nd, we're gonna bomb you.
No.
No, they didn't give them the time.
Yeah, they gave him time. They were like, yo, we got nuclear bombs. We're gonna
We
bomb
have
you.
something that could wipe out a city. He laughed at it.
The question I want to know is, where the hell? A lot of this is so. The fact that we're putting it out to viewers, to an audience, scary, because the information you're putting out, really sorting, like Josh was
Alex,
saying.
you gotta say which, because we just said a few topics.
Okay. So the whole point of Josh saying that they have recordings. Yeah, I work on aircraft.
No, Josh is right. There was
They did
recordings.
have
I know, but the thing
that's
is,
documented.
I get that.
They were actually talking to for a while, for like minutes. It wasn't like seconds, and then boom, playing it.
No.
It was like, yo, we got hijacked. Boom. It was like, yo, they're like chilling. Like, yo, we got hijacked. We're here.
So you're talking
We're
about
just chilling. All right, is someone coming? Someone sent somebody, and they were like,
So okay, you're talking about the passengers from United 93. At that point, towers were already hitting. The Pentagon they were already getting messages on the phone saying, family, they were, hey, this is what's going on. They had learned that the center was Pentagon was hit. Okay. So if those three targets are hit and our plane got hijacked, the possibility we're going, that's when they decided to come with a plan to fight back. US did scramble jet fighters. I don't know what the fuck was going on. Understand that air traffic control. So anyone who doesn't understand, we track all incoming and outgoing aircraft in American airspace. We track all of it.
Let the viewers know what you do for.
I already told them I work.
Okay.
So understand that in order for us to understand what the gravity of the situation was, we had to ground all flights in and out of the United States. That's never been done before. That was prior to 9/11. That was never. We grounded all flights with 17. The first attack. That's never been done before. But now it's trying to figure out which aircraft hijacked, because when they attacked, all they were getting were some audio recordings from the cabin. Because on aircraft, in the cockpit, there's always a voice recorder. They record everything that goes on, said, that's mentioned for altitude, attitude, for navigation, all that crap. They track all of it. And if you watch the video of the initial, they had ran scenarios on possible plane jackings, because the American government does obviously get information. They had a suspicion that there was an attack going on, that they attack process when it was going to happen. But the potential for attack, control where they're going to be. So they called in saying, when they killed the pilots, the terrorists, they left the recorder on, trying to on the people. Hey, we're going back to the airports. Everyone calm down. Not an issue. Negotiate. They knew what we as Americans at the American, okay, the drill, is this an actual thing? What's going on? So they're scrambling for. By that point,
So it's just confusion. It's a misunderstanding.
It's a misunderstanding. So they didn't know what the whole process was, what was going on. They weren't sure whether it's a drill, whether it's an actual scenario. And when you have that situation with a whole bunch of ongoing fights coming out of the country, you have to ground the whole. So it makes sense, but there's a lot of, like I said, a lot of vague misinformation. They do have, I think, a newer video that they actually released years ago, a documentary that goes into the whole how the situation is down. That's why I don't believe that we're able to put all the pieces not long after the Oklahoma bombing. So that kind of theater, misinformation, difficult to tell a situation as this was one of those
But it
moments.
sounds like you're explaining why we.
Exactly.
It sounds like you didn't really disagree with Jock. Beginning, you said that we got to be careful
Well, yes,
giving out false information, but yet you're kind of saying that. Excuse me a little bit.
so what he said is that that we didn't get fighters in the. We did, but
Fast enough. He meant fast enough.
I mean,
Exactly.
fast enough, yeah.
Well, exactly. Remember, by that point, 3 planes had already hit their targets: World Trade Center, the North, the South Tower, and the Pentagon.
Yeah.
So when they did scramble fighters, they scrambled fighters without even any, because that was so they caught them off guard. Typically, when military aircraft are here in the States on the ground, they're not loaded with. They're completely demanned. They're armed.
That would make sense.
They had to get off immediately. Like pilots, the 2 pilots that went, they're like, there's no protocol for landing that aircraft. When you go and you have a hydrogen aircraft situation, either they're going to land with their own and negotiate there, which is probably not going to be. 2, the pilots to take out the plane. They're going to bring. In this case, those 2 pilots were ready to ram the aircraft, meaning one was going to go for the tail, one was the nose. Suicide mission. At that point, it had already crashed. They flew over the fucking debris and they're like, okay, so that point, FBI, CIA, news media, they're all trying to scramble for. In situations like that, it's almost impossible.
It wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't 20 minutes. It was actually 30.
Wait, what do you think about the whole the storybook thing?
The story.
32
I
minutes.
think that's
They
just.
were hijacked. They communicated. For someone, I was telling
But
you.
also, the situation is difficult because
That's why it's so weird. It's like, bro, 32 minutes, a jet can get somewhere fast.
Well, remember, because
Especially in New York, you know what I mean? Like you have jets everywhere. Like that shit is coming fast.
yeah, New York has a lot of.
well, for the
air
people on the plane, they're technically.
I mean, they have
What
recordings.
are they going to do? Parachute out of the plane? They can't.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
It's pretty good,
Oh, gotcha,
Yeah.
gotcha.
So they even have recordings of American Flight 11, the first plane that hit North Tower. I think one of the flight attendants, Betty Ong, was one of the last recorded people before the tower was hit. They had recordings of what was going on. They had people.
Yeah, like what Josh said.
But it wasn't of, oh, how did no one know? It's just called the people who figured they're about to die. So
All loved ones.
families. I
Give me
mean,
chills, man. Because
same with
I heard some
same with
Power. They just
same with same in the tower. Same at flight 170 South Tower. I'll have to find the video to show you. Guy, I think, was talking. He had just got to the base floor South Tower. He rescued a woman, got burned and blinded. North Tower, he hit the base floor. Heads up, hey, you happened, but whatever. Praying with this shocked and traumatized. He was praying with her, but he talked to his brother-in-law, he didn't know that flight had ran into the as soon as he was praying. His sister died the very time he hit South Tower. It gave me chills when I heard that. Because last time I spoke to your sister was that morning, the day before, and not even 30 minutes after fucking evacuating the South Tower, you were talking about her, and her plane ran to this. Like, that's just kind of bullshit. It's just kind of, it gives me chills now just talking about it. It's kind of it's sad. It really is sad. Life is lost. But the reason I get kind of defensive on this is because every time I hear someone say, "Oh, it's a conspiracy theory," I'm all for hearing points of view at it. But I feel like a lot of people who say, "Oh, it's a conspiracy," are just anti-government and anti-patriotic. if you don't love your country, you don't have to stay. Fucking leave. But to be here and fucking say, oh, everything's, government trying to put the man down. I don't agree with that bullshit.
I think
Well,
if you question it, it doesn't make you anti-patriotic, in my opinion.
Yes.
If you ask me, I think
I'm okay.
I think they were trying to push the Patriot Act on us, and that's why they allowed it to happen, because they had intel that it was probably going to happen.
Well, yes, of course.
They didn't act on it, and I think they used it to push the Patriot Act, and it still exists today.
Well, they just pulled a page out of Sun Tzu.
Yeah, no, Art of War.
With the Art of War. Basically, what they did was you have to get the people on the side before you start a war with a revolution to take place.
That's something
The
different.
people
though.
that would take you out. So they need the people to be on their side, and perfect have the people
Yo,
That
massive
is
amount of
it.
people.
cause a chaos here and to encourage the drive, encourage the war thunder hearts to be back to something.
That
And that's basically what happened. We went to war, and then a lot of people, we had mass people signing up for the biggest numbers since World War II.
But I was about to say on that.
Not bigger than World War II, but since World War II,
I
it was
get
the
you.
biggest numbers willing
Yeah,
to go
yeah,
in
yeah,
and
yeah.
fight.
Well,
Literally.
exactly. That's the same. But that's like saying America had an understanding that Pearl Harbor was about to be hit prior to the American introduction of World War II. It was the same thing. America had information that attack was imminent. They just didn't know where the fuck they were going to hit. So we scrambled after the fact. We tried to scramble as much as we
That's a little
can.
different because the technology back then. I can understand why they didn't know because again, the technology back
Yeah, so
Like
they're
actually,
looking
makes
at
perfect
radars.
Pearl Harbor makes perfect sense, honestly.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm not conspiracy on
Barely
Pearl
had
Harbor.
computers.
I think that's something that just happened naturally. I think 9/11 was an inside job to put us into war so we could take either oil, opiates, or any other resources that we can from these other nations.
I'll say I'm about 50.
I could be.
50,
I'm not saying. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, "Oh, I'm the king of conspiracy." I'm 100% right. Fuck you guys. No, hell no. I'm not 100% right. But I do have information here when it's my turn to talk that might actually encourage you guys that I might be.
And that's fine as long as you have proof, as long as you can prove your claims. But just say, "Oh, it's an inside job. It's bullshit." You're just talking out of your ass. Unless you have actual proof, don't start spewing out.
I think
Well, you
it's
can't
fine. I
have-
think it's fine to
no one
like
can have
not
100%
trust it. I think
Yeah.
that's fine. I don't think you could be like, no, 100%.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, in my opinion, I agree. Right now in my life,
I said it. Or
no, I
No,
I
you believe
definitely,
it's an inside
I
job.
definitely
Yeah.
believe it had something to do with us for sure, to an extent, for sure.
and I think this even not only just multiple wars, Iraq, Afghanistan, Syria, which we're now we're messing with Iran.
I don't think those two have
Since
anything.
9/11, we have entered into multiple wars with different. I don't know if this is going to lead us to a certain point, that would achieve a certain goal. Not sure what the government is trying, but I believe that their government is trying to do stuff that is not telling us about. It's like they give you like the half truth. Others like, or like Scarface says, I tell the truth even when I lie.
Oh, sorry, I was muted. So what about tell us about the storybook, because it's already almost 1:30.
All right, so-
Onyx has got to leave probably soon.
Yeah, I do that.
Real quick, I got information here, and for our audience, if you want, it's channel. There's 2 channels. Well, 3, but I'll talk about the 3rd. There's 2 channels you can look up. One is WFLA News Channel 8. Now, topic on that channel is September 11, 2001. President George Bush, W. Bush, what is it? Learns about terror attacks at I can't read my own handwriting. Sarasota School. So the next one, the next I can't read my own shit.
Yeah.
So the next one is the next channel is his name is One-Eyed Son. One-Eyed Son. That's ONEYESON. The title on that is you're making me laugh.
Yo, your head's right.
The title on that is 9/11 Classroom Ritual. He believes it's also a conspiracy theory. But you can look up his information as well and then put your own point of views in. Now, in that one, it's funny. Well, I didn't finish it, but it goes 9/11 classroom ritual, does a dash, height, question mark, hit, question mark, steal, question mark, playing, question mark, and must, question mark. But Austin was explaining in the beginning. So, long story short, when you watch these videos, George Bush in a classroom and with children, and this is before the plane crash, and when the plane crash hit, there were different storytellings in books. When the plane crash hit, one of his bodyguards or security
Secret Service.
came over, Secret Service came over, told him about the event, sat in the classroom. But while he was sitting in the classroom, they read two stories that was very prominent. Suspicious. One of them is the one I just stated. I forgot the title on that one. But while they're reading the book, the will yell out the word, which is tight, and the kids would say tight. Next one was hit, and they hit. The next one is steal, the kids they steal. Next one was plane, and this is right at the same time period while the plane's Trade Center. And it said must. And not only that, there was no reason for our buildings to collapse the way, because everyone knows that jet fuel cannot melt thick ass steel. It's just not going to happen. So the fact that this was going on, plus the other information that we already have, I believe this was a inside job. Not only that, you had gold. We had gold underneath the Trade Center 3 days before that belonged to high-end investors, and they took it out.
That's
banks
a little
took it
weird.
out.
That one
3
right
days
there is
before.
like, kind of tells you.
Yeah. So it's just weird.
But hold on, I'm not meaning to cut you off, but the same thing I was telling you about, the whole him saying, "Hey, we're gonna bomb you guys." They took out same thing. They took out Mad Minerals or whatever they had or their weapons before they got bombed.
Oh, which? Oh,
That location, yeah, Iran when they bombed Iran recently.
Oh, that I didn't know.
Yeah, he told them, and then you see trucks 3 days prior, they're taking out a whole bunch of equipment, like 8, 9 trucks taking on camera. They have pictures, like sky view cameras of them transporting different.
Almost like the Iranian government was
accepting was like, that's okay, yeah, bomb us, that's cool. Like, let's go ahead and get this war started. You know what I mean, or whatever it was. They were communicating with US or Trump. They moved out valuable items, and boom, they got bombed 3 days. Same thing about 9/11. They moved out a whole bunch of shit.
And again, it's
and
not just our government. Like what Josh is saying, that it could be other countries' governments going against the people. Honestly,
yeah, the people. Yeah, mostly the people. It's the people because it's not helping us. It's not an advantage.
And I guarantee you, in Iran, I'm not Iranian, but I'm assuming that Iranian government probably came out with some crap story, even though they got warning. So this is everywhere. Honestly, there's things, shady things happening in every government, and the governments won't tell the people.
Yeah, and it's just it's ironic, and you're kind of like, okay, that's fine. Like if it's not a conspiracy, if it's not you guys going against people, then why did you move that gold? It's kind of like to a point where like they say that government is supposed to protect us, but yet we're not getting any conversation back from them, any verification from anything. Same thing. Like you probably if we looked it up now, we probably won't find anything of them moving that gold out. Or them in Iran why Iran was moving that out, and why did they warn them?
Even if that was the case, what benefit would it serve them? Assets from?
It's not going to benefit us or not benefit. It's not going to benefit us or benefit us. It's just a little weird how it's benefiting them.
I get you. When it comes to conflict, there's certain information that has to be kept within the circle. Get that to the point. You can get to the end. We live in a digital age where now information flies at the speed of thought. That's very dangerous. So
no, I understand that. I mean, even afterwards, like kind of what Gabe was telling us about the gold. It's like, okay, then everybody knows that. Like well, then why did you move that gold? Like, okay, nothing of that is explained.
So let me ask you something. If you had hypothetical scenario, if you had information that you were about to get attacked in 3 days and all your assets in your house would be, wouldn't you that information move your assets to make it mitigated, then you don't lose as much? Or would you just keep it? Fuck it, I don't trust the fucking resources or the source. It's all bullshit. You just get attacked, and then when they steal from you, how the fuck did this happen? That's information war. So if the government has ears and eyes more, they get information because military. I was trying to go for intel. That's all they do. Intel analysis. Have agents in the field or soldiers in the field that report back information. It's up to the intelligence officer, okay, or the intel specialist. Okay, this cipher through it. What's the most viable source? They give it to the officer. Okay, this is based off the information we got. This is. They go from there. Doesn't mean humans can't be wrong. Of course, we're human. Of course, we make. You could get wrong information. You could get misinformation, or it could be accurate information. That's just part of fucking warfare. And
look, I understand what you're saying,
Yeah,
but the fact that they weren't telling people died at 9/11. If they just would have told people, hey, we might get attacked on this date, don't come to work. That's simple.
you're gonna cause mass panic and hysteria.
Okay, so allow 4,000 people to die, Onyx? Like,
Didn't he mention?
What
Hold
the
on. Whoa. He mentioned a point earlier. To say if you had to kill 10 people to save 10 million, if you had to kill, because now you're going against his point earlier. You remember how you said, if you had to choose between 10 people or 10 million people to save, you're going to shoot down the aircraft, right? So why would you say, we're going to get attacked, have mass hysteria throughout the nation, millions of people fucking rioting, looting, all this other shit, and 4,000 people might die? What are you going to choose?
no, listen.
Lesser of two evils.
The fact of this, we know, I believe it was an inside job to get us into.
Now, you can believe all you want. Feelings don't dictate reality.
No, like I said before, I don't have 100%, even with the information I have, which is good information. It's very good. It does lead to my side, but it's still not 100%. And again, no one has 100%.
No one.
Like I'm not sneaking inside the government and stealing their documents and bringing it here to this man's table.
Honestly,
no one knows.
It's not gonna happen.
I'm a firm believer.
Except the government. That's the issue.
Yeah.
The thing is, I'm a
No
firm
one
believer.
knows but the government.
I'm a firm believer that even if that was put out there, you still
to
wouldn't
the
believe
table
it.
and figure it out like a puzzle. That's all we can do.
I'm a firm believer that even if that was to come out, even if they were to put the whole information out there, you still wouldn't believe it because it doesn't agree with your mindset, your ideology. You were naturally suspicious of the government. It doesn't matter what anyone else tells you. As long as it doesn't side with your viewpoint, you're going to reject anything they tell you because you don't want to believe it. And that's on you as an individual.
So
And I see that a lot with a lot of, especially people in this generation, like with the whole gay rights movement and all this other stuff. If you're not with me, you're against me. Even if you guys might have common ground, it's choosing not to side with you because we just differ on political ideologies. That's the problem. That leads more towards hatred and division and a cause for war, as opposed to trying to find commonality and find, emergence.
I want to hear what Austin says, but Onyx, I do have more information that would stun you. Like that them moving the goal 3 days prior is.
I suppose, I guess.
Also, the speech with the teacher having with the kids with playing and all that, it's like you gotta add up the odds. What are the odds?
But
And when you have multiple
But you ended up-
entities coming in with the same odds,
So
it's more likely that this is the case that it was inside up. Now, again, it's not 100% true, but once Austin is done, I'm going to move on to my
So to be devil's
my other
advocate,
information.
and by devil I don't mean Onyx, I just mean for the opposite viewpoint. I've had 2 instances. No, dead serious. I've had 2 instances. Shots fired. The opposite would be.
I get you. It's a metaphor.
There's only 4 people here, so no. But I had 2 instances this week where. Make sure I'm not muted. Okay, I've had 2 instances this week where weird, crazy. This morning, when you were texting, and I made that comment, and I was like, "Oh, Onyx thinks everything's like Full House." Remember that? Remember, I was like, "Oh, Onyx thinks everything in the world is it's like Full House."
And, butterflies.
Dude, I'm not making this up. Like 2 minutes later, Stephanie's out here on the couch and she's singing the Full House song.
And she didn't hear your joke.
She didn't hear me. She had no clue.
Okay, but
That's crazy.
that's just
So that's what I'm saying.
coincidence.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. So to play devil's advocate, that those words in that book and to what happened, it could just be coincidence. 100%.
Yeah, but what about
No. I'm just saying, speaking solely on the story.
Well,
Gabe been fucking to go in the cold. No.
No, I have more. Hold on.
Still fucking twitching.
Hold on, I got more. I got more that's gonna stun you guys, and it
Wait, hold
pertains
on,
to the
hold
same
on.
storytelling. But go ahead.
So and then there was another instance. Fuck, I forget what it was. But something happened where I was either thinking something or talking about something, and I sat down and was watching like the TV, and like that exact thing like popped up. It was something related to it. And I was like, what are the fucking chances of that? So it does happen. But I mean, that's the most I could say.
That's why I'm on.
That's like saying. That's like saying.
No, I think
I don't
it's
believe in
eerie.
random
Constantly.
monopolies.
Yeah, I understand like
I
roommates,
think it's
wives,
I
but-
think it's eerie,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I'm just saying like but it does happen to where like I mean it's happened to you where you're like thinking of a song.
Yeah.
And then it comes on the radio as soon as you get in the car. And you're
Yeah, but it's
like,
not a
what the fuck?
conspiracy.
No, exactly. So I'm saying things like that do happen.
Yeah,
100%.
I agree.
But
On that aspect, I agree.
what else was I gonna say? I think I've pretty much said everything I can say about it.
You know he's lying. Like
About what?
about the whole. I'm thinking of a song, and he's driving his car. It's like, they were thinking my thoughts. They heard my thoughts. Someone heard me. Like fucking conspiracy theories over here. Get aluminum foil hat. Fucking wear that shit from now on, Gabe.
But wait, hold on. Before you talk, real quick, I know you have to leave soon, and Josh wanted to talk about something.
Yeah,
I
I know. I mean, we
wanna
can skip that, but I just want to say one more thing about the government. Is I'm 50-50. Like I really am. Like because it's like it is kind of makes you feel like, damn, how can I be American if I think my government? So I get what Onyx is saying because like you really do want to believe, but then it's like little things, like even as small as
Because your country, you want to see positivity.
I just
exactly.
want to say I don't think everybody that is employed by the government is crooked.
Yeah.
I think there's a select amount of high-ranked
Very high,
people
Absolutely.
that keep people out
I mean,
of loop. I don't think like
Yeah.
military people or any of these people. Like I'll tell you this that, and I'm not this. I for sure you can look it up. It's very easy to find. There's a guy who's been kind of prolific in podcasting community right now. Have you heard of John McPhee? So he was a Delta Force, like I believe he was a captain or commander. He was in Delta Force. He was an elite special operations person, and he was in military for a long time. And there's a clip he's on Megyn Kelly's podcast. He has a story, and I'll put a link in the video when I post it. I'll send it to you guys too. It's crazy. So he's on the Megyn Kelly show, and he's talking about he was in Iraq, I believe Iraq or Afghanistan, whenever they were hunting for bin Laden. This was right after 9/11. And he said that they had good intel on where his location was, and they were moving in on him. He says all of a sudden there was a ceasefire. They called a ceasefire, and they had to stop. And he said that these Black Hawk helicopters went in the direction of where they were headed, and then they after that they pulled out. He says he doesn't even say this in the podcast. He's like, I'm not saying this is what happened. I don't know. And he's straight up, he's like, this guy's a psycho, dude. He's like born for war. This guy, he's a fucking G. He's like, I'm not complaining about going to war. He's like, I love fucking hand grenades and shit like that. He's like, I love that shit. He goes, I was down for whatever. He goes, but he goes, that helicopter moved in, and he goes, if you ask me, they fucking moved him and hit him, because if that case, the war could have been over. Like they moved bin Laden. They're like whoever it was. He didn't say who it was. He says somebody.
Almost like the whole battlefield.
He said somebody. There was a ceasefire. They moved in,
took him out of the
and they moved him and hit him.
Ceasefire is like it was orchestrated the whole battlefield.
And you know why he
Would've
says?
died.
Because when did they find and kill bin Laden? According to what happened. Do you remember?
Yeah, it was
3 in
this-
the morning. Is
No. Like,
the
do you
Navy SEAL
remember
team went in
when?
and took him
It
out.
was
There were 2
right.
SEAL teams.
No, it was right before the 2012 re-election for the second term of Obama. When Obama was president,
they found him in the hole.
they
that's what it
killed.
was.
They
found him in the hole.
found and
Close
killed.
Saddam, you're right.
They found and killed bin Laden, and this was at the end of his first term. And even me, because that was the first time I could vote. I voted for Obama. My first time ever voting. I wouldn't do it in hindsight, obviously.
You're
But I
talking about
thought-
which-
it looked good. It looked good on his presidency. I'm like, God
of
damn.
course, absolutely.
I was like, damn, dog. They fucking found and killed bin Laden, and he's the fucking commander in chief. I'm like, let's fucking go, dude.
Yeah.
of course he's gonna get the credit
All right,
for it.
let's
But who do
fucking
you
go.
think was in fucking power prior to him? Had to gather all
But
the information.
but when the whole thing happened, he wasn't in office yet. You know what I'm saying? Now I guess Obama, no, because it was still Bush. Bush had 2 terms when 9/11 happened.
9/11 when 9/11
Yeah,
happened,
but
it
he's
was his
saying
first term.
before Obama was president. Now you could argue that. But I mean, maybe that's when they found the intel,
No.
and like it didn't behoove them to find him at that point. I don't know. I'm just saying he said this, and this
Yeah,
is like
It's
a
just crazy
legit
how, like,
dude.
all the guns firing.
Well, let me
He's
ask
like
you
a
quickly,
legit
come on,
guy. It's not
Saddam
some
Hussein or
fucking
Bin
weirdo.
Laden?
Like he's like a
Bin
legit dude.
Laden.
Oh, Bin Laden, okay.
No, he's a legit dude. He's not like some fucking guy who's like, yeah, I was in the fucking military. No, this is like
You can name him.
he's a real
Yeah,
person.
Chris Kyle type
Yeah,
shit.
Yeah, like that. You know, so
He was
things
there.
like that, or
Yeah.
like they make you wonder. You know.
Oh, for sure. To stop a whole, again, I haven't seen it. Is correct to stop a whole battlefield.
It wasn't a battlefield.
Trading- Oh, you
No,
did
you said you was going
ceasefire.
forward, right? AJ, you were saying like they were going to send him forward, and then they all stopped for a second.
Yeah, wherever he was at in that
Just
area, it
held.
was like a ceasefire, and like they
like a
couldn't
battlefield
advance. Like
orchestrated.
they were given orders to not advance
Stop,
on a
yeah,
location.
like, so wait for a minute.
And he said the location that they were going to move in on, there were helicopters that went into that location, like and then pulled out.
That
Yeah.
just sounds. It just sounds like different branches wanting to claim credit. So if anything, if the Marines had information that this is a probable compound we want to go to, that's where Bin Laden's at.
But
But
if
yet
there's-
someone in the Navy's like, fuck it, we're sending SEALs in to do it, and they send 2 helicopters in. Now that becomes a brass situation. Who wants to take credit for taking down?
I highly doubt it. It was like a Delta Force operation. I don't think anyone's going to have like higher command over that. No, like
Those fucking SEAls.
Oh, they're more Delta Force is more. Way more, so they're higher up. Delta Force, you never hear about.
Where
the
are you getting information?
How it is. Delta Force is.
That didn't answer my question. Where are you getting information?
Look it
Do
up.
you hear any fucking shit that SEAls do?
This is just information. Look, I talked to a lot of people, especially Navy SEALs.
Navy
What
SEAls
they tell
really?
me. Yeah, I have ex Navy
No, I'm
SEALs,
looking it
ex
up for the
military
podcast.
military men that come into my shop,
Navy SEALs
and these
don't.
are the stories that tell us. Now, could their stories be wrong? Maybe, but that's pretty.
branch has its own special military, own special forces.
It
Air Force
says-
has PJs.
On Google, it says
Delta-
Delta
Marines has
Force.
Delta.
On Google, it says Delta Force is generally cited more secretive than SEALs.
Are.
So Gabe's right.
I heard it from a SEAL's mouth. He's claiming he is, but he's the
He
older
said
man.
they say Delta Force is basically tier 1.
Yeah, top notch.
Top
They're top
notch,
of the,
number
they
one
pick the
for
best
secretive.
people from the Green Berets, from the Rangers, from Navy SEAls to it for the Delta.
They're tier 1.
Yeah.
And
They're
SEALs
the
probably
best
tier
of the
2.
best. You never hear any of any mission. No, there's no secret, any intel that's leaked about them or anything. They're like ghosts.
I'll be honest, I never heard about Delta Force. I thought that was.
I heard about them.
I mean, I heard, but I was like, oh, maybe it's just a thing. Like, it's not like real.
Yeah.
Because like that's what I was saying. Like, you don't know about the government. You don't know what they have. You know.
Well,
So that's how
the
it kinda
governments keep
was.
a lot of secrets. That's
Yeah, like that's kind of how like it
you,
is
you
too.
never know what's going on because the government was never come out and be like, oh yeah, this happened. By the way, aliens exist. Oh,
Yeah, that's another one.
Doomsday's
too.
about to
That's
start this
another one,
day.
yeah.
Like they're not gonna come out and do that.
The alien one is another one. When
Yeah.
when the whole time they said there was no aliens and people were freaking out and they finally like were in court and they're like, "Yo,
Yeah,
are
they
there
put it
aliens?"
out.
He was like, "Yes, it is."
Yeah,
And I was like, "That's crazy."
and actually it came out. That
Yeah,
was
he's
on-
like, "We actually have aliens and we have."
That was a couple of years ago.
It wasn't that long ago. Like,
Yeah.
that video I saw still had color, so it wasn't like it was probably like
Probably
going
around 5 years.
10, maybe 5, 10, no, 2012 or something.
Yeah, the guy was a government official too.
Yeah, and they asked him. They said, are there extraterrestrials? And he was like, yes, we do have an
Intel.
extraterrestrial.
Yeah, they have intel.
We have a
of-
body, we have a remains, and we have
Was that what he said?
equipment. He said both, and we have
Wow.
and he said we have equipment.
I remember seeing that too. The years and years.
A lot of people think that the new
Few years
bombers
ago.
or the bombers that came out are used from
technology.
technology from the UFO that they got. That's what they. Wait, but hold on now, recently I'm not sure if it's fake or AI, but now they have some like Death Star looking.
They have the rod of the finger of God.
It's like TR-3A or
system
something
in
called. And it's
space.
like it can stop and it just hovers, goes like.
Oh, that I don't know. I thought you were
T3s.
talking about.
It's an aircraft they have. I don't know. I'm looking it up, but it was people were seeing it like all around the world.
Did I finish up? Or should we save it for the next podcast?
You meant to say for the next podcast.
Look up the
Name sounds
as far as the
familiar.
guy.
TR3A is what it's called.
Say that for the TR. Just remember that.
Oh,
and,
TR3A. People
talk-
are
I'll
recently
talk about
people
that
are
as
saying
well.
they see.
I want to get a job.
Oh man, we have more topics, right?
Relationships.
Oh, no,
Yeah, that's what my that's what
So
what
relationship
like
we can
a
do
whole-
next.
I know that is a whole episode. We'll unpack your trauma next
Oh, yeah.
episode.
my shit was fucking. My shit was muted. I'm sorry. No, so I was saying that's enough for that. You do you have anything you want to say? Because my topic's done.
I'll say
That topic
mine's is probably too long, so
too long.
yeah,
We're bleeding into each other.
I know.
definitely mine's.
It's
definitely
still very difficult.
I don't want to talk about it because it's important, you know.
I mean, shit. We all talked about nostalgia for like the first 45
Yeah.
minutes to an hour. Like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, without topics, so like no topics. You doing all right?
You good? You want a hug?
No, I just legit. Like
Mental
I just
health
want to
is
make
important.
sure you're doing all right,
Yeah,
man.
Mental
no,
health
okay.
is important.
Because
Yeah, no.
you know I be seeing you on TikTok. I'm like, damn, dude, is Josh gonna fucking hang
Oh.
himself?
I'm mad. I do.
Just want to make sure you're all right.
Exactly.
Dude.
I get that
Like,
too.
no
I'm like,
joke.
man, this guy's like depressed.
No, I do.
A little dark.
Yeah,
Not dark, just
do have
sad.
I do have
Yeah.
my moments,
Well, you know.
but you know, I mean, up and down. I'm okay now. I
Yeah.
appreciate you. But
No,
yeah,
I just want to make sure everything's good. Everybody, I feel like a lot of people have separate struggles that they don't necessarily talk about, and we assume that because the other person's not talking about it, it's not happening.
Whether
Oh.
they're okay.
So, like, yeah, just life's difficult right now for
Right.
everybody, and different. You know, more difficult for some than others, but everybody's just trying to make things happen. You know.
And we can make that the next podcast. We'll make portion of it just, and then middle middle of the podcast we could talk about just life in general. And this goes pertaining not only to us but also our viewers as well. Everyone is in the same boat. Unless you have millions in the bank and you're driving a Lambo and you're just, you
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 can
have
relate,
a
yeah.
private yacht, then your life is on easy. But for the most part, most of Americans and most of any other people around the world, they're struggling. Some more than less. You know what I mean? We get to talk about that for the next podcast.
All right, cool. So next time we'll have two different topics. I want Josh one of his topics. I want a topic from you, and then if Onyx has one, I think me and you shouldn't pick one next time. No, because like two topics it'll take you a long time. So I would like to hear one from Josh and Onyx, and yeah, if you want to keep it light, keep it dark, keep it heavy, whatever.
Well, that is I think the struggles is
yeah. But it's to do with like relationships, and friends wise,
Yeah.
job wise.
well, that's what I mean.
You
Not
know,
just economically, but
who you are as a person, the color of your skin. Because I know sometimes Onyx feel like the black community is victim card, and I do I feel like 25% of them, yeah,
I think
for sure.
they play a lot of the big.
yeah, for
But
sure.
instead of
And that's
being
me
a
saying as a
solution
black
to the
man,
problem,
but
And I have an opposite
as-
to that too, because I think people assume that when
let
you're.
them talk, guys. Let
Oh,
them talk.
yeah. No, go ahead, finish.
no, I was saying that I agree about 25% of that. I agree that the black community always me. But I'm gonna say this: even as a black man, we have some. We as black people, we think that other races. I mean, other races do think we're retarded. They think we're dumb, and I know that just because my experience of life, like, and how people talk to me, and I'm like, yo, like smarter than you, like. People already, when they see a black man, especially, walk around with dreads or whatever it is, they automatically gonna think that you're stupid. So they're already like, nah, I ain't giving you that job. I ain't doing none of that. And honestly, I feel like even how you feel, you can still relate off that. Because when man,
perception's 9/10 the reality. If you look a certain way, people are gonna judge.
right,
That's
right,
just
right. But even if you have a haircut and you an uppity black man, you know, like they're still most likely are going to give the white man who's a frat boy that was drinking beer but still can get a GPA, but he was out there, you know, funneling women, and this man was sitting there busting his ass in the hood. They're still going to give that white man.
I think all the comes down
Just because like how we were saying, oh, like how AJ asked me, are you okay? Are you all right? Like I don't know what you're going through. Same thing with economics. They're gonna go, okay, but man, this guy's a good looking black dude, and we got kind of like this smart, goofy.
I think it depends on how you. Oh, they're looking like that for an guy, frat boy, with tie and shirt. They're probably gonna look at him more as a professional.
I mean, of course, yeah. I'm saying even. I'm saying because that could be the same thing with the frat boy. If he's coming in with cargo shorts,
exactly.
And the guy's coming with a suit on,
exactly.
Most likely the parking will be like, damn, I want the white guy, but this black guy is actually.
I think what Josh is saying that they both come in
equally
looking like suit professional,
you know,
speaking professional.
Right, he got a degree at Howard, you know, at HBCU, good college, and he had a degree in Kentucky.
But sometimes that could just be based off of race and culture. Like, this guy is my brother. You know, because two black guys look at each other, we say, "What? You're my brother. You're my twin." As two white guys look at each other, they're gonna say the same thing.
They say, but okay.
Yeah. If I see a black guy in the street walking down the street, another brother.
I get you.
Another brother. I'm going to say, "What's up?" And then I'm moving on. I'm pretty sure he's thinking the same way. So, you know, technically speaking, the way I'm saying it is true. You know, white guy's gonna see another white guy and be like, "Okay, that's my brother." Like,
White people don't do that.
But that's a generalization.
They don't do that.
That's a generalization.
That's a black thing only.
Yeah, that's a generalization.
We look at ourselves more so as individuals. We don't have like a hive mind.
Exactly.
I don't give a I don't see a white guy and I'm like, that's my brother. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, it's definitely the black. It's definitely the black. It's definitely more.
Well, maybe that's the black culture.
It's the black community. No, it's
mindset of
definitely the
thinking
black
that way.
community. Because I'll tell you this.
But that's more of a self-defense mechanism. It's more of a tribalism. No offense, but I feel like it's only the black community that does that.
No, but for good reasons. But that's what I'm saying. But for good reasons. For good reasons.
I feel like there's past traumas that have happened that you guys, the community itself, hasn't suffered, but they hold on to it like it's kind of, I don't know, like some kind of personal struggle, and it's like it didn't affect you. You weren't alive in that time.
Talking about slavery?
Even then, yeah. Slavery is
you're talking about
no, I think he's just talking about like the prejudice and like the stuff that happened in the
50s.
In that regard, 1950s.
Yeah, but it was obvious. Like, it was like
in that regard,
now it's like sublime. Yeah. It's subliminal.
In that regard, that's just
it's still going on.
I will say this. I'll say this. It got a lot better. A lot better. Like just the ability for the black man to get somewhere in life, it got a lot better.
To even open a white man.
Can it be better than what it is now? I agree. Yes, it could.
Of course,
I would say
everything.
I would say 100%. As time goes on.
Thank you for the follow, Isabel Una. I'm sorry, I'm saying your name wrong. Isabella. Thank you. Thank you for following. Appreciate it.
Thank you for the follow. Yes.
I would say as time goes on.
That's baby. That's Thank you, Netherlands.
Oh my god! Oh, you know who that is?
Yeah, she's from Netherlands.
Oh, okay, clutch.
But I will say, as time goes on,
I'll bring an interesting perspective to this because I think everybody can witnesses prejudice and shit. It's not solely a black thing.
It's not.
No,
it's really not. I know people like downplay and they laugh at you and they think it's fucking stupid. Like when a white person's like, that motherfucker's racist as fuck, and it's a black guy, they're like, oh, okay. No one's racist against you because you're white. Trust me. I experience it all the fucking time, especially working in the customer service industry. You know how many fucking, and this has happened so many times because I think it's a stigma that a lot of like American black people have in their mind that the world's like white people are fucking evil. Like they've been told for years and years, ever since Obama was fucking president.
That's what I'm getting at, though.
So here's the thing: it's a stigma. It's in your head. It's not to say that there aren't people like that, because of course you're gonna have people like that.
That's
but
everywhere.
I've had people in my workplace that I work with that were racist as fuck, that were black, that were pieces of shit to me, and like
Because you were white.
because they'll talk to you with a fucking attitude, and as soon as the black guy comes up that works there, they're like, "Hey, what's going on?" You know, blah blah blah, this
Yeah,
and
I've seen
that.
that too.
And I'm the piece of shit because I'm fucking white,
That's a form of
seen that.
tribalism.
and that's happened to me. Like I've
Tribalism will not help this country. You either
Like-
have to destroy it entirely, or
and I'll tell
It's like I said,
I'll
tribalism could be negative or it could be
Could be
positive.
positive, right.
In that instance, with what Austin is saying, it's a
It
negative
can be
thing.
positive or negative.
I'll tell Josh this. Like, I was telling my parents yesterday. I told my wife this. I've never gotten a job on my own steam in my whole life, ever. I've never earned a job on my own, ever. My first job at Publix, my mom got me. My job at Sprouts, my wife got me. To go back to Publix, my dad got me.
that's not working though.
Huh?
That's not working.
Yeah, it's networking, but like I'm white. I have a 4-year degree.
I'm the opposite. That'd help me. Got all my jobs because of me.
Yeah, and
But
but
it
that's
goes
what
to
I'm
show that
but that's what I'm
you're
saying.
proof
Look
of
at the
the- that-
contrast. Look at the
That's proof.
contrast.
Yeah.
Then you
I'm
as a black man can do it of your own initiative. It's just
Yeah.
you have to put the
So-
effort out there, not play the victim card.
so you're
Oh, I don't-
do
I
you
don't
have
play-
do you have a college degree?
Yeah.
What do you have? Associates or
Associate's degree. Emergency medical.
Okay. So you have an associate's degree. You're black. I'm white. I have a bachelor's degree in criminal justice. And I've applied to jobs. I've taken all the tests they told me to take. I've passed them. I never got picked. And people won't admit it, but there are systems in place to where they want you to hire a certain race,
yes.
certain gender to check boxes. That's unfair to me. I've always got turned down. I'll tell you right now. I just applied to Miramar Police again for it's an administrative job. It's kind of similar to what I do now. It's like, you know, working like an evidence tech or like pulling documents for court or whatever the fuck. Dude, the tests were like bonehead. Like there's no way like anyone could fail that test. You'd have to be really dumb. And I've taken them and I passed them. Like there's like not a shadow of a doubt. I didn't hear from them for like a month at least, and then I got an email like a few days back, and it was like, well, we're sorry. Thank you for your interest. We're sorry to inform you that you failed the test and don't meet the requirements for the job. Horseshit. Dude, like it's fucking horseshit. And the problem is like you can't like. How do you turn down a candidate that passed everything, but you don't want to hire them because they're not fucking black?
I don't agree with that bullshit. I think if you're qualified for the job, regardless of race, color,
Or
ability, you
female.
should get the job.
and it's like I've
Also
I just said
female.
that.
Yeah.
Female.
And I've
regardless
experienced
of race,
yeah.
color, gender, creed, any of that shit. If
and
you're qualified for the job,
I've
you get the job.
experienced it, and I've walked past
That's too much
customers.
bureaucratic bullshit.
Like I've walked past fucking customers that are black. Dead as day. Look at them in the face, and they make eye contact. Hey, sir, how you doing? You having a good day? Can I help you with anything? And they just turn and fucking walk away. And I don't care what anyone says. Not all of them, maybe. There could be just assholes. But I'm telling you that there's a stigma in their head that like, oh, fuck this white guy. I'm not fucking talking to him. He's the devil.
But that's
Because that's in their head. That's on them.
But that's hatred being taught from a young age. The thing is, like I'm saying before, it's the stigma they have in their mind that's constantly taught as they grow up. And it's constantly perpetuated. You see every single time. I'm not saying it to sound racist, but it seems like it's always the urban community. Always that every generation is always the same bullshit. Racism or some other bullshit. You don't see it from the Native Americans. You don't see it from the white. You don't see it from the Hispanic. You don't see it from the Asians. It's always them. Like somehow the world's against them. Honestly, you have to ask yourself if this is a common denominator, if this is the common theme throughout the whole thing, is it true, or is there something going on here that I'm not seeing? And really, how do we solve this issue? I mean, and you can do as much as you want. You could try to put more freaking, okay, we'll hire more black people, all this other stuff. But if the thing is, if they don't change themselves, their own community, their own way of thinking, nothing's going to change. Nothing will ever be enough. It's like, at this point, you just want the world to burn because you're fucking unhappy. If that's the case, fuck it. Fuck you. Go.
I would agree definitely, but also disagree because I wouldn't say every black man.
No,
You know,
that's it.
no,
No,
it's
it's not every.
No,
Yeah,
I
I
just
would
I just
say
feel like
it's
they
like-
get that hive mind and they
Yeah,
start to
exactly.
believe what the others are saying.
Exactly.
Yeah, you stand too close to the hole, you fall in.
Sometimes it depends on the location of that too.
True.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, if it's here in Miami, I would say
It's rough,
It's
man.
mega
Yeah.
racist against fucking
It's
whites
rough.
down here. 100%.
I agree.
Depending on the
Very
neighborhood,
racist.
though. Depending on the neighborhood. You know, if you're in Brickell, Biscayne, nah.
If you're in Liberty City, then that's a different story. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, Liberty City is
right.
changing too, though.
But like what a lot of people,
It all depends
I
on
really,
location.
I really do feel that
Really.
it's also kind of like what you're speaking of. It's to do with that actual person, but it also
100%.
Yeah,
By the
yeah,
way,
but-
guys,
but
I
it
thought
also-
we're gonna save this for the next podcast.
No, it's okay. We're
We're
talking
already
about
it's
jumping into
it.
definitely definitely has to depend on that person for sure.
That's an individual thing.
But I definitely also think it's a majority thing because you got to think about it. When even like man, I know a store I was working at Jason's Deli. This makes me laugh. And I was a sub. I was making subs.
God, I fucking love that
Oh
place.
my god!
I wish it still was here.
Yeah. I
That
hate
shit-
working there, but
that shit was so
sandwiches
good.
are so
I don't think I've
good.
ever been there, but anyways.
Oh,
you were
it's
saying?
so good.
I know Quiznos.
Oh, this place. is
Oh,
terrible.
Jason's Deli
there.
was elite.
Yeah,
It was in
man.
Pembroke Gardens. It was,
Better than Quiznos?
dude,
I worked there.
Wipes its
that
ass.
same
Can
one.
Josh tell the story and stop talking about food? Damn it!
Yeah, so when I came by this and it was definitely because I was black. I came by this lady, and all it was doing was like reaching for her tray. You know, she was all done, and she took her purse and obvious. It wasn't like she subliminally not. She like wanted me to know, and she was like, I was like, oh, okay, all right.
It's an
No.
ingrained fear.
It's
Oh, like
exactly,
you're
but
gonna
that's
say something?
there is a stigmatism around black people. You see that on TikTok all the time. You see a joke. It would be a white guy walking down the street and they're like, ah, ha, ha, ha. But then like two black kids would just be on the phone joking with each other, laughing, coming towards the white guy, and he'd be, you know, the white lady.
Yeah.
It's like it's known. It's not like we're sitting here and it could be this, could be that. No, you have to put race into the fact because it is what it is. I can look up 30,000 videos and it'll show you different that race has to be. And the same thing that AJ was saying. Same thing with white guys. You know what I mean? How people think certain things about all white men.
You know what's
You
crazy
know?
is I agree with you. Certain incidents happen when we stop, but after the person got to know, like, oh,
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I was judging
had a
his
cop.
skin and judging his
Yo, I had a cop.
mental status. You know what I
Again,
mean?
these are all things that are great. That's part of the human experience. Is that we are
It
ingrained
was-
with certain prejudices or
It
certain
was
things. It's just
it was developed at a young age
Exactly.
through cartoon. He like really old school cartoon.
Oh, absolutely.
It paints a bad picture.
oh, absolutely,
It really does.
absolutely.
You know what I mean?
I had a cop right when I was in Maine, and I got pulled over for like my tents. And oh no, it wasn't my tents. It was the car being too loud. But when a car went by, the car was louder than mine. And the guy's like, hey, you exhaust, blah blah blah. And I'm like, I told him like, yo, what about that dude? You know what I mean? And he's like, well, I stopped you. So I tell him, I go, why did you stop me though? That's all I said. And he's like, not because you're black.
It just makes it seem like it is because
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
black.
And then and the other white cop that was
You're
approaching,
asking what
like
was
why,
the
like
reason?
legally,
Did
why?
I
Like not
speed? Did I do this? What
right.
did I
And he
do?
immediately was like,
You weren't talking about your skin.
I didn't stop
He went
because
through
you
the
were
skin,
black. Yeah. And then the other white cop with his head, I saw his head through the rear. He was like, why would you say that? You
Yeah, 'cause
racist fuck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so it is certain people because even that white guy knew that was wrong.
was
But the other white
self-defensive.
guy, that's why I kind of agree 50-50.
He assumed
It all
that you were
depends on
thinking, he assumed that you were thinking it's because
the
you're
same
black.
black. Right.
So he's
right.
like, that's why he stated, oh, it's not because you're black.
And let
but
me
it
just
it
add
So it all
on to
counted
depends
on-
on, it's
it blew up in
it's
his
to do with
face.
race, but it also depends on the quality of that person that's actually talking to that black
Yeah.
man or that white man.
Let me add on to what you just said. There's an individual. I'm not gonna say his name because eventually he might start watching the podcast. I don't want to throw him out there like that.
Okay.
But it's a
Watch out
customer.
for-
It's no,
Start watching it.
well, we might, you never know. We might get if we get famous. People
That's
start
fine.
watching, and then you have people that start watching. You don't want to call people out.
Okay, just
But
get to
long
the
story
dude.
short, I don't want to call him out. He's a white guy. We call him a certain nickname, but he used to come in and just talk to Dean. So avocally not want to do business with me. Felt some certain way, right? When he started to get to know me about hearing me speak, hearing him talking to him, hear him talk to me, talking to my boss, taking care of other customers fairly and stuff like that. Then he started realizing, okay, I made a mistake. Then all of a sudden he started wanting to do. And I know for a fact, and he wouldn't say anything, but I know for a fact he was already judging me by my skin color, thinking that I'm gonna, do something like give him a lot less money or do some shady stuff or whatever. But now he's completely cool with me. Now he requests to see me most of the time. When he calls, he wants to talk to me on the phone. We even joke with each other on the phone. Now it's like he even buys us pizza and stuff like. It's like we became friends. It's the most I'm not
So
saying it's
what
weird. It's a good
nationality is
thing. It's just
Medine?
that. Huh?
What nationality is Medine?
No, he's Spanish.
He's Spanish.
Yeah.
I thought
So
we
the
were
white
gonna
guy's
mention
white.
names
The other
here.
guy's white.
Name
But he
drops.
sees I'm
The
black.
other guy's the American white? Or is he
white.
European white?
No, the American white.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think he, again, I think in his own mind he made a mistake and he judged me, and I caught that. I just never said anything, and then we now are really really cool with each other. We do a lot of business with each other. So it's just I don't know. And I agree with what you said as well, and I agree with what Josh said. It's just people from both sides. They are automatically judge the cover and never want to open the book, and then when they finally open the book, they're like, "Oh crap, I was wrong." You
I
know
think
what
it's just individuals of all
That's
races.
why I
That's it.
say don't judge a book by its
it's
cover.
every-
It has to be
one
individual.
more story about this that I have. So Donnie, my friend up in Maine, he's a dark skinned dude. But if you guys met Dane, if you guys met Donnie, you'd be like, damn, this guy's kind of like a white dude. I like this guy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, all right, he's cool, he's chilled. He's not like, you know what I mean? He's not that type of black dude. You know, he's
big guy.
big guy, yeah. So he's like beloved in Maine. Like when I tell you these white people love him, like they'll be like, yo, I have sex with my like they have sex with my wife. Like
Fucking
they
insane.
love him. Like
No,
love him.
It's like that. Are
Yo,
people
I'm telling
really-
you, when I used to go
That's
to when I
fucking
used
crazy.
to, I'm exaggerating, but not really.
No.
When I used to go to the, because they're not gonna tell you that. When I used to go,
Look at that. Black man.
Yo,
Put it in my house.
but-
If you
What
want-
the fuck is this?
If you want anybody to have sex with your daughter, you're fucking weird.
yo, I'm not saying that, but kind of. Yo, they love them that much, man. I ain't gonna lie. So Maine people will be weird, bro. Maine people are cave people, bro, for real, and they know that too.
You're generalizing, dude.
No, I'm not generalizing. We'll go to Maine and stay there for 2-3 years. You'll find out. But anyway, so we used to go to parties all the time, and oh my god, you know, John. Oh, it was me. When they saw me at the party, they were like, "Why'd you bring this dude? Why'd you bring the N word? Why'd you bring him?" And I was lighter than him, and I felt it, and I was like,
Donnie was dark. Yeah,
"Yeah, it was dark," and I'm like,
dark
and I felt it, and I was like, "Damn, I'm definitely the outsider. I'm definitely the hood dude."
Well, because you're unknown.
He's
so-
like the house guy, and you're the
He's the house dude, yeah. So it's not also it's the neighborhood. It's how people perceive you as a thug or
Well, yeah.
so. Because when me and Donnie we went for a job, right?
Yeah.
And I actually had associates, and Donnie was still. We both were in college when I went to the university, but I had my associate, so I was above him technically. And you know, around the same age, everything. You know, both captains of our basketball team, played college. You know, basically eye to eye, same person. He's just dark skin, I'm light skin. And when I applied to this job, he's like, yo, man, I think you're gonna get it. You know, you're more qualified, like hella more qualified. I don't think I'm gonna get it. I don't even know why I applied. He ended up getting the job. And he's like, yo, how'd you get the job? I said, I'm gonna tell you the truth, bro. These white people love you. They see you as like one of theirs. When they look at me, I'm a black man. I'm a street nigga. That's what they see me as. They don't see me as like, oh, this is a bitty black guy. You know what I mean? They don't see me as that. They see me as some player, some thug. And I told him, I said, listen, I'm not surprised. I said, you're surprised. I'm not surprised because I know how white people think. You know what I mean? I know how they process just everything, and me in general, just off of my experience of me as a person. I can feel it, you know, and that's okay. I wasn't jealous. I wasn't envy. I was a little mad because I'm like, damn, sometimes I wish as a black man that I can get that. But I'll never be a black man that's like, oh, woe is me, fuck the government. No, I'm never going to play the black man card. Do I feel like, yeah, that black man card is being played against me? 100%. I don't care what no one says. That's 100%.
Okay.
But that's fine. I'm like, you know what?
Yeah.
I like Onyx
But
said,
also-
I get up and I go to work, or I try to work, and I don't sit here and cry all day and say the government's evil. And anyway,
But you
so
also got to ask yourself, okay, if that's the common denominator, what is it that I'm potentially subconsciously putting out there that's giving them this?
No, I think that happens to everybody. It's
again,
it's like in locations though. Like
in the
it's nothing. Yeah, it's nothing. It's just that's how people perceive you.
But
You know,
again,
that's-
perception.
when
Perceptions.
I told Donnie's like, hey, I want to come to Miami. And, you know, he was like, I'm going to quit my job. I'm going to come to Miami. I said, bro, I'm going to tell you this. I said, you're in a location where a place where they don't have a lot of black people. And when they like that black person, you stay. Don't come to Miami. I said, you come to Miami,
they're gonna hire Cubans and blacks. That's
you're
it.
just going to be another nigga. That's all. I said, if you stay up there with a community that already loves you, a rich community, they're going to go ahead and take care of you. And he stayed, and guess what? A year later, he started off with a job, $25 an hour, that he should have never had. He called me and said, thank you so much for making me stay. I appreciate you. I said, I told you. I said, because I seen it. I felt it, how those white people felt about you. I said, I knew it. And I told you. And I called it. And he ended up getting a job. He ended up being successful. But that's what I was saying is that like that it is true about the black man. They're struggling in different ways. Not saying, you know, others are struggling more than others.
Everybody struggles.
And then some other black men are acting like a damn fool, and that's why they can't get the job. And we're mixing with other good black men.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So then now all the people who, and even Spanish people, crazy thing is though, everybody thinks, oh, white people hate black people. The Spanish people hate black people.
Spanish people are whites. They hate everybody.
Spanish people think Spanish people. Spanish people,
they do.
Spanish people,
like
right?
Cubans
they don't like Mexicans. Yeah, exactly.
I can honestly say Hispanics.
Right? Damn, honest.
Hispanics hate everyone equally.
Yo,
They hate themselves.
Yo,
They hate each other too.
No, but like that,
for real,
that's
that line.
that happens to everybody though. Like
But that's-
every race, you just have to go to a location. You have to change locations. You have to just like you have to go
judged us off
where.
our skin color, and then we start talking.
Bad boys.
Oh, the Corvette or the Corvette dude?
Yeah.
No, but you have to just know like the fact of life is just in some locations you're going to be more successful because like in Port St. Lucie when I was working at Sprouts, dude, if you were like a fucking liberal tool and you were white or just a yes man, you were going to do just fine. If you were like like people from I don't know, I'm different from a lot of people. But like,
You're just different.
I think I'll be honest, like no, 100%. Like I didn't get along with a lot of the people up there, like a lot.
Yeah.
Like there were ones like this is so funny. Like there were so many people that thought like I was like racist or like stuff like that, and I was just like, what are y'all fucking talking about? Like my wife is Latin.
Yeah.
My friends are black and Spanish. I don't have a single white friend.
Basically, yeah.
I'm like, what are you fucking talking about? Like, you're just projecting.
Yeah.
Like,
They just see part skin, beard with the skull.
well, I'm like,
know?
you guys are ridiculous. And I'm not like, I hate when people say this, dude. I hate when people say this, but I'm gonna say it anyway because like it's true for me. Like, I get along better with like American black people, most of them, not all of them.
Yeah.
But I get along more with them than I do with like your average white American guy.
Yeah.
Like when I moved back here and I was working at Amazon in Opelika, dude, like those young American black dudes that worked in there, dog, we got along so well. Like, yo, Austin, what's up, man? How's it going? And like, we didn't hang out outside of work or nothing. Like, we just treated each other normal. You don't talk about fucking race or any of that shit. You just don't talk about it. Like, it's like, we're just here to do our job and go home.
Yeah.
But like, it was so political when I worked at the Sprouts over there. Like I have a story. There was this woman that worked there, a miserable bitch. She was a white woman. She was miserable. She was a single mother, and why she was just a miserable bitch. And I was in the office, and her daughter had a name. It was Ariana.
What's her name,
I knew that her daughter's name was Ariana. And she was talking to this fucking lady there that was obnoxious. And I could this is where I learned and I admitted that like I'm just not gonna say anything when I'm not part of the conversation. So like she was like, oh yeah, are you gonna show that to Ari? Didn't make the connection that she was talking about her daughter. She goes, Are you gonna show this to Ari? I turn around and I go, who's Ari? I go, it sounds like some old Jewish guy.
Yo.
She blew up and started cursing at me. She was like, fuck you, you fucking piece of shit. Don't talk about my daughter, blah, blah, blah. This and that. I go, hold the fuck on. I go, I didn't know you were talking about your daughter. I go, I didn't even say anything about your fucking daughter. I just said Ari is an old Jewish guy's name because it is. Ari Gold. An entourage. Ari Odzer on the fucking news. Like, and you know what happened? I got written up for that. And you know, and it was because a woman there who was white, who hated me. Don't know why. She was the laziest piece of shit, didn't do anything. She was the vitamins man. Piece of shit.
Add on to your story.
No, hold on, let me finish. Laziest piece of shit.
Fuck up. Dude.
She
Oh.
no, because I'll forget. She came in and somehow found out about it, and she grabbed her and drug her to the manager's office and like told the manager. They wrote me up for it, and guess what? They wrote me up for it, and I knew it was horseshit, and I knew they were going to write me up anyway. So I just typed in the comments. I go, I do not agree with this. I did not say anything wrong or offensive or discriminatory. I go, I'm just acknowledging the write up. That's it, because you have to.
Yeah, yeah.
So I just acknowledge it,
You got to take it.
and I just typed, I don't agree with that. I didn't do anything wrong. And shortly after that, the store manager that wrote me up, he would come up to me like while I'm working, and he would make Jew jokes all the time to me. The one that wrote me up for this, he would come and be like, "Oh, this guy I fucking Jewed this guy down. I did it." I'm like,
Trolling you.
What?
I'm like,
the hell?
what in the motherfucking world is going on right now? Like, you're making like
Those are
in
something you ripped me
context
up on,
Jew
yeah.
jokes to me, which I don't give a fuck. I don't care.
Yeah.
But like, what I said wasn't even remotely
about Jews, and you're writing me up.
Bro,
Yeah.
like, what the fuck is this? You know what I'm saying?
Perception.
And
Yeah,
like,
perception.
I had the
Perception.
most.
And this
It's
the
to
guy
do a race, but also
that
perception
wrote
at
you
the same
up?
time.
Guy that
It's
wrote me
50,
up.
50-50.
And
The
then
store
he's-
manager, the guy that fucking wrote me up.
And
And
now
he-
he's talking negative about Jews?
yeah, he was making Jew jokes like constantly. Like, oh, this
Can't bring
guy,
up
this
the-
guy's just a Jew, or I Jewed this guy down,
Unless
or I
he's trying
Jewed
to
that.
sabotage you.
Unless only you being too
So this is what I'm trying to
Oh.
say. This is what I'm trying to say, though, is like,
Oh,
I've
sure,
had
man.
horrible experiences with people in that area that are different caliber people.
People can't even trust.
Like, they have nothing going on in their life over there, so they try to create drama so they have topics to
Yeah,
talk
exactly.
about and shit.
Yeah,
And that's in that area. You come down here, you'll have different problems, but like, you're gonna find more like normal people.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
Well, you know
Like,
what's
that's what I'm
funny?
saying. Majority though.
Yeah,
That's like me and
man.
you. We're best friends. But I'm not saying that when I talk about white guys, I'm saying you as a black man. I'm not. I don't see you as
But
family.
we should, yeah, but like, that's
You know
the
what I mean?
thing.
So
We
this-
just see you as you, and you just
Well,
see me as me. You know
I
what
mean as family. I mean as
Yeah,
family, like
yeah.
kinfolk. I see it as
I'm
kinfolk.
not seeing you as
Yeah, your race. Right. Exactly.
I'm
Yeah.
seeing you as an
But what I'm saying is just like perception. I get, like I said, because it is 100% perception for sure. But by the mass, race has to be involved.
I think it's more bias.
And
You know
you
what I
know
mean?
what?
Race has to be
All
involved.
the
By,
masses, yeah.
by masses, races has to be
Oh, let me,
involved.
can I add on to what you're saying?
Okay.
I
Okay.
get you. Let me see if I
Make it quick so I can go.
So yeah, so just adding on to that, women have I'm not against women, so if there's any women viewers, I have to state this now because
But
people
now
tend
they're
to
gonna
get,
start thinking out because he said that, like the whole thing. They pull about something because you're black. It's like, don't say it's something against women. Now you
So
are against women.
I have to say this because if I don't say that, then people start to think whatever. But long story short, nothing against women. It's just women right now have a lot of power. I don't know if you, and this is just the regular worker woman. Got a lot more political and say power than any man worker by like 3 folds.
It's bureaucratic. It's because of what's going on, the whole movement and all.
I'll tell you a story of
Republicans
a.
also protect themselves against
Exactly.
lawsuits, is what it
Exactly.
is. They're the ones that are going to complain the most.
Exactly, and because she's,
Oh,
she's
yeah.
a minority in the workplace, they're going to take her side over yours.
Oh, hold on. I had this is crazy because this happened at the hospital. There was a woman basically harassing a male. They did, and all they did was they transferred him to a different facility or a different unit, right?
Huh.
So, long story short, she would basically come, flirt with him too much, and he didn't like it. So he made a little bit of a complaint, and they didn't do anything with her. They didn't write her up. They didn't do anything like that. All they did was transfer him to another unit, and then it stopped. But yet, I know other individuals who literally got either fired or written up to a point where by the next time they get written up, just because they flirted with the woman just a little bit, and because she didn't like it, but she never said anything. She never told the guy, "Oh, I don't like this." She just sat there to laugh, almost like accepting
Yeah,
it. And then at the end of the shift, she'll run to HR by herself.
That's the American workplace.
Just like the other individuals did, right? That was male. Nothing happened to the girl, right? But when the woman did it, it's like all hell broke loose.
Yeah.
Women, for some reason, I don't know why,
It's the
But they're
severity-
powerful. They're
it's the-
strong.
It's the severity of the
Like, they're-
consequences
they're-
not held
they're-
equally across both
They're
genders.
socially strong. That's it. Like in politically, everything.
It's not that socially strong. It's just the fact that we
jobs cater to
cater
women.
to them and
Jobs cater to women more than men, and I've seen it firsthand many times.
You also just got to follow the money, dude. Like
Yeah.
they don't want lawsuits,
Exactly.
so they fucking have to like punish people
Yeah.
like without any evidence. To be honest, really,
Well,
you
I'm
don't
saying
really
if
need
the same
evidence.
is-
No, but at that point you
Austin-
have a lawsuit on the hand.
Austin-
They don't give you a fucking reason.
It's-
The same
true. It has to
incident
be-
happens
has
with
to
the
be
mail,
true.
like I said, right? And the guy was my friend. I knew him and everything. Now, nothing happened with the woman. No one gave a crap. People even joked on him that, oh, you don't like pussy. You know, people were joking about him.
That's
Like
a double
bashing
standard.
him.
That's a double standard.
Yeah, they were bashing him.
Yeah, double standards.
But
in
yet,
life,
like
it's a thing.
when it happens with a woman, and the male told the girl that was advancing to him that we should do this, we gotta stay professional. He gave her warnings and said stop, and still went to go tell HR, and then he didn't go right away. He gave her like months. He still kept doing it. Then he went to HR, so he gave her plenty of time. He gave her plenty of time, and then nobody did anything. And if anything, everybody started laughing at him, and he got bashed for it. Now he looks like some type of fag or anything. He's not.
It's the same.
Completely straight male.
Yeah.
But yet the female, the incident happened with the female. The guy flirted with her, and he flirted with her just one day, and then she went to running the HR the same day, and then he almost lost his job because of it.
It's a double standard because,
It's like,
because
bro,
if it was a
what?
guy that she was actually vibing and digging with, she'd be okay with it. But because I guess,
Oh, but she never told him to stop or anything.
Exactly.
She didn't give him any warnings.
exactly, but because
That's what I'm saying. It's like
it's a double standard.
crazy.
It's not.
Crazy.
It's not.
Yeah.
Law. I don't know. I feel like
Makes you not want to talk to women at all. Period. You know
In
what
the
I mean?
workase, you shouldn't. I
Yeah,
mean,
you-
it's you gotta
I
play
mean,
it
yeah.
safe.
It's
Yeah.
not the
Even though
place-
I
it's not the
met
place
I
to do
met
that.
my wife at work, but she didn't work for the same company.
Exactly.
But I mean, something bad could have happened to me too.
Yeah.
Things are different now. But you just in the American workplace, dude, especially when you get into management, because I was in management when that happened,
Absolutely.
bro. They're looking to get rid of your ass for anything just so they could pay the next guy less.
Yep.
100%.
100%.
No, that's true. That's
Dude,
true.
I'm dead serious. Like, I fucking like there was no like black, like there was like very few. This is you die laughing. It was funny. Is I was a fucking racist, misogynistic piece of shit, dude. Everybody in my department was either Latin or black. I had no white employees in my apartment. Everyone else was like a white liberal, the white kids with the fucking broccoli hair, or some fucking holistic woman. And I'm like hiring like a 6'3" dog. Like you have to like just look. Like I hired this kid and he ended up being retarded as fuck. But I hired this big black dude.
Yeah.
He looked like Kimbo Slice.
Oh, damn.
I told you AJ was
I hired-
different. He was
But I hired this big black dude. I don't remember his name to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But bro, he came in
Yeah.
and he was like he talked like Shaq and she's like, hey, how's it going? How you doing? But I was like, dog, this guy. I was like, this guy. He was nice.
visualizing
But like,
now.
bro,
too.
nice dude.
Yeah.
Talked super proper,
Okay.
and like he had a job across the street at Five Guys. He's like, yeah, I'm just looking for an extra job. I'm trying to make extra money. Fucking dude was taller than me. Who's built. I'm like, this motherfucker's gonna sling some potatoes, bro. I'm like, fuck yeah. He ended up not being all there, and unfortunately, we had to get rid of him. It's just what happens, but. It's just like, I don't know, bro. It's like people always accuse like you of shit, and I think they're looking internally and they're projecting it on you. And it's like,
this whole bullshit of
Well, trust me,
rights and
dude.
shit. Like they
I'm
project.
not like devaluing what you're saying. I'm sure you're experiencing what you're experiencing, but like I experience like the same shit. Like people don't think it happens. I'm
We
sure
all
Onyx is
We all
experiencing.
experience a little bit of something.
Bro, it's difficult, man.
Onyx, I want to hear what you're saying because now what's going on with ICE and with the country of whole and how people are, a lot of Spanish people are now being deported. A lot of Spanish are in the news now, like with negativities as well, with some positivity. What do you say about all that now? Are you experiencing some type of racism sometimes when you're out and about? Oh, okay.
Nope.
no.
Anyways,
Even if
topic.
if I do, it probably goes above my head. It's like I'm not even paying. I'm so oblivious to it.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
whatever. I don't care. Really, I'm not saying that I don't care about the situation what's going on. People getting deported. That's different. You already know my stance on that. If you're here
Yeah.
legally, I'm all for it. If you want to come here to this country, do it legally. I'm all for it. Illegally, I don't care what your reasoning is. Who fucking who? Do it the right way. If not, you're going back. But the whole deporting Americans and shit, I don't agree with. That's something that you got to get your facts right. You got to get your information right and
Yeah,
know
that's
what
wrong.
it is.
No, I'm saying that's wrong. I agree.
Yeah. You got to get your information.
It's Alex is the one experiencing it.
No, but that's a normal American
You live
view.
the
That's a
dream.
normal. The normal American view. I was
Alex
telling
living the dream.
my mom the other day. I go. I mean, I feel like we're divided on purpose because it's easier to
liberal.
control your population. Like if you're divided, I think most average Americans like would agree on 90% of the fucking
Is it
shit.
more just a white and black thing? It seems
It's
like
not white and
I
black,
say
bro.
It seems like the Asians and the Spanish and then and the Middle Easterns, they're all like killing. As the whites, the whites and the blacks all bash each other. The whites and the blacks are bashing the fuck out each other.
Social media,
You know what I
yeah.
mean?
You never hear stuff on Chinese
But-
man on social
Yeah,
media.
yeah, yeah.
Hispanics love drama. We love novellas and shit. This sound like we went,
People hated Asians during COVID, remember?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Certain times,
yeah.
You know what though, like I fucking that's the thing with like the whole Sinners movie, bro. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. That movie's racist as fuck. Towards whites. No, towards whites.
literally it is.
That's good. It's not a vampire.
I mean, it was kind of
only the whites are fucking vampires.
yeah.
And like how many fucking slave fucking movies are we gonna do? Get the fuck over it. Just get the fuck over it, bro. Like just stop.
I'm all for storytelling. If you can tell a story in that time and it's a good
But like, bro,
I'm all for
how many
cinematic art and
movies
stuff
now
like
is it gonna be where the white guy is the fucking bad guy, bro?
Again, but that goes back. That goes back to what I
Like, no one sees it. Like,
But the thing is, but that's what
hold
I'm
on.
getting at.
Tell me right now, if they made a movie and the fucking white dudes
The good
and
guy.
everybody in the movie,
Was white,
fucking
yeah.
Hispanic, Asian, Indian, white, we're all like, and then they're like, oh shit, the vampires are coming. All the vampires are black. It would be a fucking nightmare. It would be like the topic of the media for
You'll
months.
be going riots and stuff.
Yeah,
you
of
know?
course.
Yes. Imagine business window,
But you
burning
know what?
city.
That's that.
Why
that,
are you just
that
showing
vic-
your own
that-
fucking city? You live there, asshole.
that victim mentality that you were saying, that's what leads to that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's
You
the
know?
whole victim mentality.
Like, have you seen like
Hold
interviews?
on, hold on. I'll say this goes touching on the conspiracies a little bit.
There we go.
Has been no. There's been black trucks like during the time of you know when Trump was going to become president and there was a lot of riots going on. There has been black trucks dropping off pallets of bricks.
I said this.
And then you had
I
a bunch,
said
hold on, I swear to you. And then you
That
had a
was
bunch of
during George
Antifa.
Floyd.
Yeah.
You had a bunch of Antifa
Yeah.
getting hired. These are white people getting hired. A bunch of white people getting hired.
Yeah, they get paid for
throwing
that.
bricks in windows. And who took the blame for it? Yeah.
But the white
That's
people,
weird.
those whites, the liberal whites, are making fools of the blacks.
Trump
They're making fools.
first
Like they're
getting
trying to
elected.
make you feel like a certain way, and it works. Like some guy with a fucking nose ring and his purple hair. Like, why do you give a fuck what that guy thinks? Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's like the whole fucking feminist movement. Like it's a whole bunch of typically a bunch of
There's a
ugly
bunch of
chicks.
fat, ugly
Ugly chicks, like-
lesbians. That's
No
what
guy,
it is.
no guy wants
Oh,
to
you're
mess
talking
with them.
about the Black Lives Matter movement?
No, we're talking
Which
about the
one?
feminism.
Oh, but you know, Black Lives Matter was started. Hasn't it started with a lesbian black
Yeah.
woman?
Probably.
Yeah,
Oh
that's
yeah,
weird.
yeah.
Yeah, the fucking Black Lives
Exactly,
Mattering.
did
They
it.
bought $1 million
No,
fucking
no.
mansion with that
Yeah.
money.
Oh, of course. Yeah, I saw all those
That
shenanigans.
just
that was
shows
happening.
people taking an opportunity, taking something, a movement, and weaponizing it and making it an opportunity for themselves to enrich. That's why most of these movements are all bullshit. Nothing ever changes.
First of all,
Like
first of all,
Occupy
the black
Wall Street
culture-
didn't do shit.
First of all, in the black culture, and I believe all the black men, a lot of black women are gonna hate me right now, but a lot of black men are gonna agree with what I'm saying.
I gotta get
The
out of here,
leaders
dude.
of the black culture should always be a male. That's it. The black male should be supposed to be the leader of the black culture.
I think it just.
I don't care if I get hate for it, I get hate for it. But you know,
I'm not against women at all. I mean,
I'm not bashing women, but
like I said before, if you're qualified to do the
Back in the-
job, you
back-
should get the
listen,
job. Period. I don't
back
care
in
about
the
race,
50s and 70s, who
creed,
were the
gender.
leaders of
You have to be qualified to do
leading
the job.
black individuals? It was Martin Luther King and Malcolm X and other male
You're
leaders.
speaking for masses, though.
You understand what I'm saying?
You're speaking for like majority.
No, I'm talking about for the masses. Like,
Yeah,
if,
because there are some women that are logical that can
Yeah.
rule a country, but
no,
masses of
I'm not
women-
I'm
The
not
chancellor
saying
of
I'm
the-
not saying women are
The Chancellor of
garbage. I'm not
Germany is
saying
a
that.
fucking female. She's been in politics for like fucking
Hold on,
15,
hold on.
20 years, and she's done a great job with Germany.
No, I agree.
But that's because
listen,
she fucking knows how to do her job.
Condoleezza Rice was great as well.
Yeah,
She was really, really good, and she kicked ass.
Well, I gotta read more into her stuff, but yeah, I think she
Yeah,
did the job well.
she went to in Russia to speak with Putin as well, And Putin was low key kind of like making fun of her, but yet he didn't know how educated she was. She even know how to spoke Russian. She was a badass bitch, and she was black. So I'm not bashing women. It's okay to have a badass woman. That's cool.
Fine.
But to lead the masses for our culture, for the black culture, it has to be a black man. I'm sorry.
I think it could be a woman. It's just she has to be.
No, Alex, it has to be a black man.
But
I
she
think
has
the
to be.
Can you have little minor leaders like helping out and stuff like that? That could be a woman, yes. But the one that is the head nacho is supposed to be a black man.
Nacho.
The same thing with the white.
The fucking
They say the same thing with the white race. The same the white race in the Spanish way.
that's where
It
you're
needs to
wrong.
be a Spanish man. It needs to be a white man.
But that's where you're wrong. The race
Now you're being
thing,
sexist.
The race thing is just there's no leader of the white culture, the black
Exactly.
culture, bro. Just get that shit out of your fucking head. There's no leader of the black culture. You're American. You're not fucking black. You're American.
No, I agree.
You're not fucking black.
I'm just saying that if the cultures got together by themselves and there was a leader, it has to be a male. That's all I'm saying.
It says subcategories, not as like a black man should be like president all the time. You're saying subcategories.
No. Like let's say
in that community.
Let's say if something happened in a particular country and the cultures need to get together, right? The community needs to get together to solve something.
man.
The one to lead it has to be a black male, or if it's white people, it doesn't matter. It has to be a white male. You understand what I'm saying? It shouldn't be a woman.
I can't.
It just shouldn't. Now, can the leader? Could the women help and lead in lower categories? Yes, they can. I'm not saying that. I'm just
I think men naturally should be given the ability to lead. Absolutely, that's part of their job description and part of their destiny as men. I'm not saying that women can't lead. I think it's very few have the ability.
No.
But mostly it should be a male figure that has the masculine role, has that, yeah. But I do also think there are certain women that can actually avidly do the job, which goes back to what I was saying. If you're qualified to do the job, I don't care if it's the race, creed, religion, whatever background, if you're qualified to do it, you should get the job. That's all that matters to me. You're qualified. Whether you're rich, poor, doesn't mean shit to me. Whether you're black, white, Asian, doesn't mean shit to me. Are
I
you
agree.
qualified to do the fucking job?
I agree.
Yeah, but you're saying, I know you're saying, you feel like the mass is the majority of
Yeah, it should be.
of the mindset, the DNA of a.
I think honestly,
yeah, exactly.
I think it's the person who is, like I said, qualified to do it, whose characteristics and motivations align with the cause they're going for, and are a virtuous person who has the right mindset and has the benefit.
I'm just
has
saying.
the benefit
Yeah,
of
you're saying
the
For
majority,
things
yeah.
to work out the proper way, a male tends
Like
to
if we
do
all-
what
I
needs to
feel
be
like
done.
that's-
Oh yeah, but
Like
we
if the
think
world was
logically.
flat and if the world was flat and we all got hit with a bomb and it was only like 3,000 people, there should be a man.
Oh, you need to like restart
Yeah,
the
to restart. It should be a man, not a woman.
where blacks got to restart their community. He has to restart his. He has to restart
Yeah,
his.
of course.
Yeah, male
That's like
needs a
that-
lead.
that-
A male
yeah.
needs a lead.
Yeah,
Period.
agreed.
On
yeah.
that note,
That's like a caveman.
On that note,
On
Onyx
that
is going to work.
yeah, I gotta get ready for work. I gotta go back to Miami, fucking get ready, and then go to work.
Limit on the
That's so
group chat.
oppressed Hispanic man needs to go back to work. He's got to pay for all these EBT cards.
EBT, I don't have EBT.
No, not you. You got to pay for the other ones.
Oh, that's true too.
Yeah.
I was trying to get food after this, but now I can't fucking go get food.
No, you can
because
get food. Just
Oh,
skip
did
the.
we go too far?
Huh?
we do.
We already went through the hard times. Like we already finished the podcast,
well,
and we were supposed to save for next week.
No, it's okay. It's good to talk
Yeah, I
when
guess
you
we
have
can talk
stuff
on it a
on.
little bit again. But,
if you guys want to take a break from next week because I won't be here next week, that's fine. Then when I come back from Costa Rica, then we can,
We'll still have a podcast next week. It just,
the three of us.
yeah, we'll still have one.
Just
I mean, we could do one even if there's two
we can
people.
make it if we try.
I don't want to miss
2 black men and 1 white dude.
What the? That sounds
Wait, what
like a
did you
gay
say?
porn.
2 black men and 1 white dude.
Wow.
That's
Why
a-
didn't you go to gay porn as your first?
I mean, we're
Is that what
going
he said?
It sounds like a gay porn.
I thought you were going to.
He's been searching.
I know. So, suspicious.
No.
No. Yeah, that's what they're doing. You know, I could suck your dick. No homo. We're not
So
gay.
gay.
Dude, that's
When
terrible.
you're searching gay porn, what do you look for?
Hell no, I don't search that shit
All right, cool. All right, so anyway.
anyway.
at all.
All right,
That'll-
that's our episode for the week.
Uh,
Tune in next Sunday. We're going to have a new episode. Onyx will be out of town.
I will be
So-
out of town. Yeah.
It will most likely just be us other
Black
three
guys and white
dorks.
guy.
Black guys and a white guy.
Yeah, we'll have the DEI fucking roster.
Yeah, roster.
Yeah. So anyway, a lot of topics got covered today, and if you didn't like it, blame it on the group chat.
Put on the group chat.
All right, get a good thumbnail. Get a good thumbnail.
Yeah, throw up those dumbs.
All right. You. I love you guys. Sorry.